Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. So today I am with a good friend and buddy Pesky over here. Say hi, Pesky.
Yo, what's going on, everyone?
And today we're going to be doing something kind of different. As you guys will probably see, the event that I did that I was really meaning to push out that I messed up the audio of is playing in the background. So if you guys wanted to see that, well, here's all the highlights of that in the background. And today we're going to be doing something different, as I'm going to be basically doing some sort of interview-ish type of thing where me and Pesky are going to be sitting here talking. And if you guys wanted to get to know Pesky a bit more, he has given me the opportunity to kind of have some like exclusive thing on, you know, getting to know him better. So if you guys don't want to watch the stuff, you guys can just literally clear out the screen and just listen if you want. If you want to watch, have fun with that. But if you guys want to see more content like this, please let me know down in the comments, and we will go ahead and get into this.
Let's go.
Let's go. All right, so I guess obviously a lot of people probably, well, plenty more people know who you are than me, but we have known each other for quite a bit here.
Yeah,
but
it's been a hot minute.
Yeah, we've known each other for actually over
I mean, I can scroll up in our DMs real quick.
True. That's true.
Hang on, I'm gonna actually do that now.
You're gonna do that now? Alright, so I'm gonna assume it's gonna be close to, I want to say almost a year and a half. I want to say like me and you've been actually talking for at least a year and a half, I want to say. But we've obviously had conversations privately outside of YouTube and stuff, and we've talked about all kinds of things, but I figured this was an opportunity for people to just kind of get an experience of that. But I'm also going to kind of angle it towards a direction so people kind of, you know, there's like some purpose behind it besides us just bullshitting and, you know, whatever. So I guess while you're looking for that to figure out when that was, so what was your original idea for a YouTube channel? Like originally, first idea that you ever had?
Do you mean like before I actually started uploading, what my ideal was? Like what I wanted to happen?
Yeah, like that, and then like what was your idea when you, like, before you did it, and then like when you started it, and then, yeah, like when you started it before it like formed into what it is now?
Oh god, I mean, if I've got to be honest, I always kind of wanted it to, like, I always wanted my channel to kind of form into what it is now. Like,
so you
when I started uploading videos, I was like, I'll just upload silent gameplay, whatever. If it doesn't go anywhere, cool, at least I could say I tried. And if it works out and I end up evolving my channel to the way I want to be, into the way I want it to be, then I just want to become like a Let's Play channel, I guess. I hate saying the phrase Let's Play. I don't know why.
Oh, it's so bad. I know, I get it.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. But you know what I mean. Like,
yeah.
I always kind of wanted to be in a spot where I am now, where it's like I have some form of momentum, even though, like, you know, it may be minuscule compared to other channels, but you know, it's something, and it's, I don't know, yeah.
So essentially,
I guess
you kind of
that's it
got
on
what
that
you wanted.
subject.
Okay.
Yeah, and now it's just the point where it's like build more momentum and get better. If that makes sense, it's like that's kind of the whole allure of YouTube to me.
Yeah.
It's kind of, there is no end unless you get copyright struck, but we don't talk about that. Like, you can just kind of keep going, and you don't have to worry about, like, I mean, eventually it does come to an end. All things come to an end, not to get too existential, but you know what I mean. Like, you can just constantly improve.
Yeah, you just kind of, that's kind of the same way I've looked at it too. It's just like, you start out and you're just like, you have a vision, you try to, like, for me, I've always like tried to avoid looking at like really big YouTubers and try to compare myself, especially from the start, because it's bad, because it's just like you have years of experience right there doing it, and obviously they're going to be good at it at that point. So when you're starting out, it's just like, you'll see your shit and you're just like, It's so cringe when you look at like somebody else's and then you're just like, you know, but then over time you'll like see it over time, you'll get smoother and smoother and smoother, and then eventually like you have the new people that are starting out now looking at yours and be like, oh, I'll never be that good or whatever. It's just like, dude, I sucked at the same time, you know, I sucked too, you know.
Yeah. I got to the top of our DMs, by the way. The first time you I think the first time you ever said anything to me was like you commented on one of my videos asking like to collab or something. I think that was it. It was October 15th, 2019. So yeah, I think a year and a half. November, December, January, February, March. Yeah, literally a year and a half, just about.
Okay, so yeah, that's about right. Actually, I do remember the first thing that I did say to you. It wasn't necessarily like collab. I was commenting on your choice of music, because that was, I remember that because I think we've talked about that before too. It was like literally using music, like your choice in music like clicked, and I was like, okay, this dude.
Wait. I think I remember. You brought up Diddy Kong Racing,
yes,
right?
Yes.
Yep.
Like,
so the funny thing is, I've never actually played Diddy Kong Racing, but I know the soundtrack, so...
It has a very iconic soundtrack to me, and when I heard it on your videos, it was like the first person I ever heard it on a video of, and I was like...
Really?
Right,
I've heard a lot of other YouTubers use it, so I was just kind of like, yeah, why not?
Yeah, no. And for some reason, it works. It works with what you do, so... But that was literally the thing that got me to say something to you, actually.
Yeah, I remember that now, actually. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah. Alright, so... Did you ever expect to get as far as you have with YouTube, and how far do you think you will go?
Did I ever... See, I want to say no, I didn't expect it, but... I don't know, feel free to cut out any, like, lulls in the conversation I have, because, like, I'm shit at formulating words.
No, you're fine.
Did I expect it to make it as far as they did? Honestly, not really. Like, I always wanted it to work. I mean, obviously everybody wants it to work, but I didn't think I would actually be able to do it. Like, I don't know. I was afraid, like, the fact that, because I started when I was, like, 17, uploading frequently, and I was afraid, I mean, granted, I'm literally only 18 now, but you get what I mean.
Yeah.
It's so weird, because I feel like I've come so far in such a short amount of time, at least, like, personally.
Yeah.
Because, I was afraid that, like, things like my voice or like sounding young would like hold me back in that sense. Let's see what else. Yeah, I as much as I want to say, yeah, I knew I'd get here. I'm like,
trying not to sound cocky about it.
Yeah.
So like, I knew I was gonna get here. No, you're good.
Yeah,
you're good.
As much as I'd love to say that, I didn't think it would get anywhere, but I did it anyway, and that just goes to show when you shoot your shot, I guess. I don't know. Insert powerful sports metaphor here.
Yeah. Yeah.
How far I think I'll go, like in the future. It's like, oh man, I don't know. It's weird because like the dinosaur genre is so niche. Like, if I was a more, like, assuming I just was a general channel that covered like whatever, I feel like I could probably have like, yeah, it's very hard to do that now. Like, there's the days of like the Markipliers and stuff are kind of gone. I feel like, which is kind of sad, but you know, it's the way it is. Gotta live with it. But like, assuming I was like a more general channel, I feel like I'd have like, I want to say 40, 50k now maybe, but I feel like because it's such a niche genre with all the dinosaurs and dragons or whatever the hell, it's hard to gain more momentum, especially when there's already like a few like titans of channels in the genre. But considering my competition, I feel like I've established myself decently well, and made some friends along the way. But yeah, the real treasure was the friends we made along the way. Love that quote.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's like weird because I go back and forth between this mindset of wow, I'm gaining a lot of momentum, and wow, I do not have as much momentum as I should. And I feel like I switch back and forth like 60-40 to the latter of the two. Like, I always feel like I don't have as much momentum as I should, being the amount of, like, time that I put into it. But then I look back and I'm like, okay, well, I don't... Like, I haven't been recording as much as, like, I was in, like, 2019. I mean, 2020. Well, 2019 and 2020. Like, I was looking at my stats the other day.
Yeah.
And I was doing, like, 8 or 9 videos a month. And recently, it's like 4 or 5, and I'm like, what the hell happened? I'm like, how did I do it? And it was like, I look at it, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm trying to bring my quality up. I don't want to do, like, 1,000 isle videos. I want to not be chained to the isle.
Yeah.
And sometimes that means sacrificing more videos, because I don't want to milk the thing dry, because everyone knows how the isle is. It doesn't go anywhere. You need to keep it, like, if you overdo it, then no one cares about it. So, I don't know. I've just been trying to, like, find a right balance between quality and quantity. And right now, I feel like I'm lacking on the quantity side. But,
you feel like you've been doing better with the quality, you think?
I think I have been doing better with the quality. Granted, that's subjective, and you always get those people who are like, I prefer the old content, which is fine. Like, I get that, because there's a sort of nostalgia aspect when it comes to somebody's old content. But then, you're creating content for a new group of people who will look back and say, man, that era of content was the best for Pesky, or whatever. But, I don't think I ever actually answered the question. As, like, if you want an actual number answer for, like, how many subs do you think I'll ever
just, like,
hit?
Do you think, like, generally, because I'm assuming you're not planning on stopping. I'm pretty sure you're gonna just keep doing this until
oh no, you're gonna have to be listening to my annoying ass in every single video from here until the day I die or the day I say fuck this, whichever.
So we're gonna have an old man Pesky in the future to look forward to. So.
Oh god, could you imagine? Jeez. I mean, right now I just want to hit 100k, you know?
I know.
Like,
I want that silver plaque too. Don't worry. I just want some achievement with it. So I get it.
Like 1 million would be neat, but that's so far fetched. And
it sounds hard.
Yeah, it's
unattainable.
Yeah, at the stage I'm at, it sounds certainly unattainable. And right now I'm just looking forward to 50k, then 69k, then 100k.
Of course, yeah, we're gonna have a big.
Of course, dude. I have
69K.
to be the comedy genius here. So
69k incoming. We're gonna have a pesky party. Actually, you should honestly do an event for 69k just for the hell of it. If you ever.
Oh no, I'm gonna. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I've thrown around some ideas in my head. Actually, last night my sister suggested to me, you should buy, like, for a subscriber milestone, you should get, like, however many 1,000 dinosaur chicken nuggets, and, like, I was like, sounds fun, that could be hell, and that would cost a lot of money, but could you imagine 69,000 dinosaur chicken nuggets? Jesus, that would be awesome. A little terrifying, but awesome.
That would be awesome and scary at the same time, and I'm just like, I'm just imagining your entire room, like, you know, filled to the brim with chicken nuggets laying everywhere.
Oh my god, I don't want to think about that. See, someone's gonna see this video and then, like, never stop harassing me about the chicken nuggets, and it's like, then I'll feel bad for even saying it, because then it's like, I don't know if I'm even gonna do that.
Maybe you should just eat 69 chicken nuggets. I mean, that's probably going to be enough in itself.
Yeah, one for every 1,000. Oh god, I don't even know if I could stomach 69 chicken. Jesus Christ. Okay, I don't want to think about that. Next question.
I guess to elaborate on that, like, I was gonna say, but I'm trying trying to like let you have your spill before I throw anything out there, but like I think having a niche now is like the only way people can get like big on YouTube anymore, because as you were saying before, like the days of like the Markipliers and shit like that are not. It's really like you can't really be general anymore. You kind of have to niche out, and the problem is with that is of course you still narrow yourself down to a certain market and like demographic and stuff. And of course, like I guess on the positive note, considering that you and myself both do like the dinosaur / animal or whatever genre, at least we know that there is potential, because I guess it's a good thing to see that there are massive YouTubers that do still kind of focus on that genre. So it's kind of like a, hey, it's possible, you know, type of deal, but it's also like
for sure.
past the, I think it's still like maybe how you feel, it might be a little past the heyday of it. Like I think like ISLA YouTubers specifically, oh man, I think it's like so hard for, I would think it would be like if I were to try to start now, or even you yourself, it might be way harder now.
Oh no, if I'm in full belief, if I started doing the ISLA right now, people would, like, I would not have any momentum whatsoever. There'd be no way for me to like make a name for myself just because of the way the game is right now. And
pretty much,
I was lucky to start when I did, even though when I started, the ISLA was still in a drought, which is still crazy to think about, the fact that I even got anywhere. And it's scary when your channel relies so heavily on one genre, let alone one game, but you know what I mean.
True. I mean, you also have like the thing where it's like, with like the specific genre and stuff, you also have another thing that sometimes does help is having a specific personality. Like if you have a personality or a style, like you have a specific style, like people know what your videos are going to be like. I would say I feel the same about my own. You know, they have a specific like kind of flavor to them, and which does help when you are in a dry genre, because I mean, like realistically, the dinosaur survival genre is pretty dry right now.
Yeah, honestly, and I'm not really that proud of it, but I feel like my overall cynicalness has helped in that field, as crazy as it sounds. And I hate being so cynical all the time with games, but it's like I can't help it. I mean, I can help it, but I can't. You know what I mean? Like I can, but I can't. I can tone it down, but I'm always gonna pick at every little thing. And I feel like in this case, between the ISLA, Path of Titans, Beast of Bermuda, which is the one we don't speak of, etc., etc., it's all kind of like everybody knows these games are like fucked, but
I actually
it's very rare that I hear someone actually say it. So I was just kind of like, I don't know.
You want to be the guy that's like kind of like speaking the truth about it, like not gonna.
I don't want to say speaking the truth because then that makes me sound really arrogant. But yeah, speaking the truth.
I mean, like, there's nothing more disgusting though, just to be fair, than a content creator that is not, and like one thing that people like the most that I've noticed is if you try your best to be the most genuine version of yourself. So you being genuine and you actually calling things out, at least as you see them. Like, I mean, obviously I know, like me personally, I know that you love the ISLA despite it being kind of a stagnant monster right now. Same with Beast of Bermuda and Path of Titans, you know, just to say the few. Like, they're stagnant and they're slow moving, but I know that, like, in like me personally, I'm hoping that there will be that magical, you know, dinosaur survival game that will be, but you know.
No, yeah, that's, if I didn't, like, it's weird. It's like an abusive ex. It's like you love them but you hate them. Yeah. You know?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. That's the best way I can describe it.
The
like if I didn't have that feeling towards the genre, then I wouldn't be here. I would have moved on a while ago. But I stick around, like, because, like, I enjoy it while hating it. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like, it's almost like, well, I've been here this long, no reason to quit now.
So knowing that when I met you, we were roughly about the same size, channel-wise, and now that you are over 20K, does that give you a different outlook to your future as a content creator? Also, if you were to wake up one day to see 1 million subs, how would that impact you knowing how many lives you have affected? I know that's a nice deep dive one.
Oh God. Could you repeat the first half of the question?
Okay, I'll separate it there. Knowing that when I met you, we were roughly about the same size channel-wise, and now you are over 20K, does that give you a different outlook on your future as a content creator?
Different outlook. I think it does. Like, I look at it and I'm like, huh, I could, you know, maybe make it somewhere. And then it's like, I don't know if you should, like, cut this or not, but, I mean, you know, you can cut it if you want, I don't care. But it's like, I feel bad looking back, because it's like, I know it's not yours or my fault, how I just kind of, like, zoomed ahead of you, because I was hoping we could grow at, like, the same rate.
Hey, actually, I'm going to keep that in there, because that was kind of part of the thing, is, like, some people may have not understood or whatever. Like, a lot of people, because I was actually just talking to somebody before I did this, and I was actually saying, I was like, because they were talking about, I'm not going to say who it is or anything like that, but, like, they were talking about, like, they always feel afraid to talk to larger YouTubers and stuff, and I was like, well, technically, I was like, when it comes to, like, Pesky, for example, I was like, well, we were roughly the same size when I started talking to you, so it wasn't out of you know, come collab with me, you know, come, you know, do shit for me.
Yeah.
You know, it was literally, I'm just looking for other content creators that were roughly the same size, and you so happened to have blown up very shortly after that, so I'm just like, hey, you know, I being, at least it made it easier, so, you know, I'm not coming here for, you know, I'm not coming here to get clout from you. I'm legitimately just like, hey, we're friends, you know. So
yeah, that's the gist of it. None of you viewers watching, don't be judging Dep here. His channel was bigger than mine when he first
I don't know if it was
reached
bigger.
out to me. I don't know. I can't talk
They
right
were.
now.
I do remember they were within 100 subs of, because that was like my requirement for even saying anything to anybody. Because I was wanting to do stuff with other YouTubers, but I was looking for people around the same size, and I was like, well, this guy's within 100 subs, and I was like, it's not like I'm asking for a handout. And then, you know, so I said something.
Yeah.
And then Diddy Kong Racing popped up, and I was like, okay, this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I might put
it's
some
like,
of that in the background just for the hell of it now. I'm gonna use some Diddy Kong Racing now. Yep, that's gonna be the background music.
yeah, man, just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I really have any more to say on that. Like, I get, it does change my perspective. Like, you know, once you have, like, the 5 digits, it's like, oh, neat.
Yeah, it feels
I don't know.
serious.
It's like, I feel bad. I wish you could have grown at, like, the same rate as me, but I don't know. It's just, part of it, a lot of it comes down to luck, to be honest.
It really is sometimes.
But I don't know. It's just weird.
It's like hitting the right strings at the right time, you know, like literally certain things. Like, I know this is going to be a later subject, so I don't want to elaborate on it too much, but it's like, if we were talking about like the bad animal video that you had, that shit, I will have to say that literally, that shot you up. Like, you literally got a few thousand subscribers just from that video alone. And
Yeah,
so-
yeah. Okay, well, we'll save that for later.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So, but like, that's kind of what I'm meaning, though. Like, sometimes you hit the right things at the right time, and that's just kind of sometimes what happens as a content creator. It's just sometimes you hit the right things at the right time, and you did the right thing. Like, you just nailed it, and in that case, you nailed it. So,
Yeah.
And it was a weird subject that nobody would have ever thought of. So that's you know, a hint to your creativity there, Pesky. So, you
Well,
know.
thank you for the compliment.
Yeah, you know, because like, I don't think anybody would have thought of doing that video, and you did, and it literally hit home. So, but And I guess for the other portion of that is, but yeah, I guess the reason why I brought up the channel size thing, and if it meant it differently too, was just because obviously when we were about the same size, it was like, you know, this is just whatever, you know, and then just blew up. And that's why I was meaning, like, does it change your outlook on how things work? You know, like, wow, you know, just, you know, damn near within a few months you just 10x'd or whatever, you know. So, but
and then what was the second half of that question?
But like, also, if you were to wake up one day and to see 1 million subs, how would that impact you, knowing how many lives that you are affecting? Because at that point,
do you mean like I go to bed with 20k now and then I wake up suddenly 1 million, or just over time?
I think if it's over time, and I'm just gonna go on a whim and say more likely it's just gonna be over time, because it's so rare to go that
yeah, because I was gonna say, like, if I went to bed with 20k and then woke up with 1 million, my first reaction would be like, what the hell just happened? But assuming it was a gradual increase, I feel like I'd probably reach a point where I couldn't fathom the number, but because 20k is already hard to fathom.
You have a moderate-sized town following you.
What?
I said you have a moderate-sized town following you.
Yeah, dude, I know. It's so weird.
You have a stadium following you.
And then you think about 1 million, and it's like...
That's a large
holy,
city.
Yeah. It's just incomprehensible. And then you think about, like, other channels that have millions of well, not millions, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. But,
they have entire
I don't know.
countries following them.
It would be neat, like, just, it's weird because with YouTube, like, you can't, unless you, like, have, like, a Discord server or something, or, like, you end up meeting a fan in real life, you don't really, like, get to see your fans, so it's left up to your imagination, really. Like, at that point, if you have, like, that many subs, I mean, hell, even if you have, like, you know, 1,000 subs, you know that there's more than likely at least one person who's like, oh boy, I can't wait to watch the new video from X channel today.
Yeah.
And, you know, with so many people, every person who watches a video has, like, a different reason. Most people, I assume, just watch it, like, you know, because they're bored, or they just want something to watch while they do something, or while they're eating, or before bed, whatever. But then there's the other possibility where it's like, you know, someone doesn't know what the hell they're doing with their life, and we are either A, lifting them out of a dark spot by being stupid on the internet for strangers, or B, we're feeding their obsession by creating an endless stream of content that motivates them to never get up and do anything. So,
I guess
you know, I feel like nobody ever wants to think about that part of it.
I actually have never thought about that side of it. Like, I've thought about the positives, and I think most people speak of the positives, but that's the first time I ever heard of, like, feeding into their negative their actual negative problems. But,
you know, if I've got to admit here, I've always kind of, like, subconsciously thought about it, like, I could be making someone never get off their ass, but this is the first time I'm actually, like, thinking about it. So yeah, it's like, because people can get into, like, yeah, YouTube can help people and, like, make them motivated or whatever, like, you know, certain personalities can inspire people. But then there's the other side of the coin, where it's like, it can just, videos can become an addiction and just
like
be all you care about at a point. And, like, if you're watching this video and you feel like, what the hell am I doing with my life, and you're just watching too much YouTube or just not doing what you want to do, just click off the video right now and, like, please just do it for me, you know, and do it for Depleon, but subscribe to Depleon first. Just click off the video and, like, go do that thing that you've wanted to do, because I guarantee you it'll make you feel better or something. I don't know. Just take it from me.
That's actually very true. I mean, like, I would look at it like, you know, take inspiration, I think, from like your favorite content creators and everything. Like, it's like, as I get it, like, I mean, you can look at it from the point of view of like these could be the same, they could be doing the same thing, like the people that like sit there and binge watch stuff on Netflix and never do a damn thing. Like, they'll just watch the series after series after series, and then like, you know, months have gone by and they haven't done anything. They just gained 40 pounds and eaten 50, you know, buckets of ice cream and haven't done anything with themselves.
No, dude, it's scary how like that type of stuff works, because like if all you do is like consume entertainment, it's like, then what was your life for? And I know we're getting really existential here, but it's like, and I apologize, but you know, I don't know. What can I say? I go on rants.
There's nothing to be really apologizing.
No, dude. It's good video content. It's good for the content. So yeah, I'll go on about it. But it's like, you think about that, and as I've gotten like older over the past few months and years, like I've thought about it more and more. It's like, you really like, you have to do something with your life in order for it to be like good and meaningful. I mean, I know, yeah, woo, Captain Obvious, but if all you do is just like buy things, watch things, and it's
consume
just
and never create, you mean?
Yeah, like that. It's like, it can take a toll on you. And that's what, like, I'm really grateful that I do what I do with YouTube, because it's like, I get to not be the guy watching somebody else and saying, gee, I wish I could do that. I wish I could have fun while also helping somebody else.
So I guess the moral of that story would be like, get up and, you know, do something with yourself. Don't just consume. Try to create. Try to be, you know, follow like the example. Take it as a positive thing. You see other people creating things, you can do the same thing, I guess.
Yeah, no. United States Constitution. I know I'm gonna try and sound so smart here by saying the thing that mostly everybody knows: life, liberty, pursuit of happiness. You know. Pursuit of happiness. It's a guaranteed right for us Americans anyway, so go for it. Do what makes you happy, unless, of course, you're being obnoxious about it, or you're killing people. Neither of those are good.
I mean, maybe what makes them happy is binge watching Pesky all day and eating, you know, Haagen-Dazs. So.
Okay, as long as you're binge watching Pesky, then it's okay. But even then, I don't know, is anyone really happy doing that? Because people can say, like, yeah, they're happy, but are they really?
To be fair, like, at that point, it's like, realistically, I would assume no. And I'm pretty sure you're probably getting at the idea of, like, you probably wouldn't either. But it's like, then again, there's also, you know, what does make some people happy. Like, after a hard day's work where they hate their life or what they're doing and stuff, they come home and they just want to sit down and watch a movie and eat some ice cream or...
Oh, yeah, of course. That's
that might
like
be literally what makes them happy.
It's one of those things, it's like so subjective, and it's hard to, like, it's not black or white. It's just, there's a lot of gray areas. Like, what's healthy for which people.
Yeah. And
I don't know. So take that as you will.
Yeah. Like, I would look at it as, like, if you want, like, I feel like the best things in life, personally, I think they're worth, like, you don't get them for free. So, like, you know, like, if you want a, like, because I you know, I think this is part of a subject later. I don't really want to go too far into it yet, but like, if like you wanted to have the nice things in life, you wanted to do the cool things in life. I mean, like, for example, being a YouTuber, that's like every high school kid's dream, just to be fair. And like, but if you want that, you still have to do stuff to achieve it, I guess, is kind of, you know, you're not just giving it, you know, you're not just giving it for free, you know. Some people are, and I actually feel bad for the people that go like extremely viral, like millions of subs and views and shit in like 1 or 2 videos, like first couple videos, because they literally die right after, and they didn't have time to like progress to it. So in my way, and the way I look at it is, I kind of appreciate the growth stage of it, because it's like leveling up, you know, like you're leveling up.
Yeah. It is. It's frustrating, but it's fun.
Yeah, like going extremely viral would be scary. Like if I woke up tomorrow from where I'm at to 1 million subs, I would be freaking out, because I'm just like, I'm expecting the death of my channel within like a month or 2 after that, because I'm just like, I can't maintain that, you know?
Oh,
so I'll be freaking out.
Yeah, I agree completely.
So that's just the way I look at it, but yeah. What kind of content do you plan on getting into, whether it be similar to gaming or other subjects? As knowing you have dabbled here or there in vlog style videos, gaming commentary, i.e. the bad animal video, as well as joke videos like the Dino Politics videos.
I mainly just want to, like, I want to keep everything relatively the same, but also, like, expand it. Like, the few vlog videos that I've done, like, I've done... Well, it was only really one vlog, and that was the fireworks one that I did with my cousins. But, like, I've done, like, other face cam style. I mean, I just did the April Fool's video. That one was funny. I had a blast making that.
By the way, Mr. Moza, good job too, because that was actually funny. That video.
Moza and I worked together on an April Fool's thing. Go watch Moza's video if you haven't already. I don't know. He's another good friend of mine.
That made
another ally.
Yeah. I had to give him props on that. I actually commented on it because it was like I outwardly laughed. I watched yours, and like right after that, I was like, "Oh, Mr. Moza made a video on Pesky about the same thing," and I watched it. And I just busted out laughing. Good job, Mr. Moza. Good job. That was honestly A-game stuff. I'll probably leave a link to that or something, and I'll leave a link to your April Fool's video down in the description or something.
Moza's editing is spectacular. I don't know how he does it. I'm not that good at editing. I don't know how to do all those fancy effects yet. I should, because I've been doing this for so long, but hey, I kind of carry myself on my commentary.
Yeah. If your editing's not up to par, I mean, for me, I personally don't feel like my editing's up to par, even though people seem to think it's good. I feel like it's not good enough, but like, if you have some personality to back it up a little bit, you can kind of get away with it, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, what was the question again? I just forgot.
Like, what kind of content do you plan on doing? Like, I mean,
if
there's anything specific that you're planning on trying or something other than just gaming.
Yeah, I want to stick to primarily games and dinosaur games at that, because it's like, that's just something I really like. I don't know why. Well, I actually kind of do know why, and if there's a question pertaining to it, I can get into it later, where the whole dinosaur, pesky, wahoo dinos came from, that whole thing. But, I don't even know if what I said there just made sense, but just pretend like it did.
Wahoo, dinosaurs. Yeah.
Like, the vlog videos are fun. Yeah, mainly just stick with, like, dinosaur games, but also, like, be able to go into other areas. I want to do more of those, like, aisle discussion or discussion talking videos, like the Anki one, but I just haven't known what to do it on, and the fucking 1-year anniversary of the Anki video is coming up in a couple days. The day we're recording this, it's Easter Sunday, and last year I uploaded the Anki video on Easter Sunday. So, I mean, because, you know, the date of Easter changes depending on, like, year. So it's, like, not exactly a year yet, but, like...
The return of the bad animal.
Oh, my God. But, yeah, going on a week now. That video's gonna be out for almost a year. And it's, like, crazy. I don't know. But, I've wanted to do more videos styled like that. Of just me talking about things. I don't necessarily know what, because at this point I've kind of lost all hope for dinosaur games. But I don't know. Vlogs, gaming videos priority. Vlogs, commentary, kind of like what do you even call that? Commentary? Like the Anki video. That would be discussion videos. We'll just call it that. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm rambling.
Discussion
like
videos.
things in that specific genre, and then like maybe like shit posts here and there, which I do shit posts occasionally.
Damn dirty clickbaiter. No, like actually, to be honest, like the first time when I saw the Anki video, because I know that we were talking about it and stuff, and you brought it up that you were working on a special project and stuff, and we talked about it a little bit before you actually did it. And then when you posted on there, I was like, holy shit, bro! Like, this is what you've been holding out on me on. Like, holy shit! I was impressed. I was impressed. Like, I was like, this dude's over here doing some shit that like 100,000+ subscriber YouTubers and shit are doing. I'm just like, very impressive, and it was well deserved. Once you put that down, I was like, oh, this dude's got more potential than he's like letting on to. Like, I was legitimately impressed. I was like, holy
I still
shit.
feel like that I have like more potential than I'm actually like doing. It's just a matter of motivating myself to do something cool like that.
That's the hard
It's
part.
also a matter of like thinking of what it should be, because like you don't just think of good ideas. They just come to you. How? I don't know. You can't try too hard to have a good idea, because then it won't be good.
Yeah. No, it's like you kind of have to like let it hit you in the moment and like, you know, roll off of it from there. Because like if you think too hard about it, then it's like you'll talk yourself out of it too. I don't know. At least that's I've seen. Like I talk myself out of doing videos all the time. Like this thing that I'm doing with you right now, I've been thinking about doing it for months. I just kept like, yeah. And I was just like
putting it off. Yeah, no, I
like,
get that. I've been doing that with the stupid herbivore stereotypes video, because I did the carnivore aisle stereotypes video, and I've just been putting off the herbivore one because like I just don't know how to make herbivores funny, and I know I could do it, but and the beauty of that video was for the carnivores. I did it all on the fly.
Yeah.
I was. It's kind of funny because I recorded that specifically when my entire family was like out of the house except for me, because I didn't want to hear them like. I didn't want them to hear me making like weird voices and shit. So I was just able to just let loose and go wild with it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, I just kind of imagined what each player would act like according to just what I've seen them do throughout the aisle. And it worked because the reception to that video was great. It's at like, I think 50K right now. I think it's 50K.
That video's at 50K right now?
I'm pretty sure. I can double check.
Shit. That's actually pretty damn good. That video did make me laugh as well. I remember like all the different voices for like everything, and I'm just like, I remember watching that video.
Aisle stereotypes on my phone. Yeah, 50K 8 months ago. So, dude, yeah, I need to do the sequel. I need to do the sequel. I need to stop putting it off. Yeah. Okay, you know what? No, I'm holding myself to it now. This week, because I'm home right now. Once I fly back home to Florida, well, not back home, but back to college.
You got the Bad Animal Part 2 as well.
What?
I said you got the Bad Animal Part 2 though too. The anniversary.
Oh yeah, true.
Greatest video ever.
But no, I'm doing the herbivore stereotypes sometime this week. Mark my words. The video might not be out this week, but I will record it this week.
No, there's an obligation for this to be out very soon now.
Yeah.
Thanks. That's all good.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah. Once you did that, it's like I can't just relax on this video now. I have to like do something with it because it's just like...
No, upload it whenever. I'm still holding myself to it regardless. I need to hold myself I need to hold myself to things. Oh god, I can't talk. I'm tired.
And and to be honest, the Bad Animal one for me was probably the most impressive thing I've ever seen from you. So good on you. And the stereotypes one was just funny. It was just funny. So actually, I'm gonna try to like have a bunch of links to all these videos we speak about if I can remember them. If not, then
dude, don't worry about it. It's fine.
But yeah, go check these videos out. Just look up, just type in your YouTube bar thing, stereotypes, pesky, and it should pop up. And bad animal shit, you really just have to type in bad animal, that'll pop up because that video went damn near viral. So yeah, I don't know, otherwise, yeah, that's pretty much on that one. So on the next thing, so obviously you've already been kind of open about your relationship with Amber and such, and so basically, yeah, sorry to call you out, Amber, we love you. So basically, I was just going to ask, since you've already kind of made it public, and that's kind of makes it fair game at that point. So, knowing that you guys got into a relationship a couple months ago, and basically, I'm just kind of asking, like, how has it been? Has there been good, bad things? And what has been good or bad, all things considered? And has it been helpful to your creative process with your videos? And has it been hard or good for your, you being a content creator, basically?
Well.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of put in there, but
yeah, that's a lot. Do you want me to start with like how we met, or like just?
To be fair, it's just like you can say it however you want. Like, yeah, like how did you guys meet? How has it been? And just for people who are interested in knowing,
Well, it's been going pretty good. You said any negatives?
Yeah, what if there's
Honestly,
been positives
really,
or negatives, if there have been any, and obviously
like knock on wood, there's really been no negatives other than like uncertainty and long distance. Like we've met in person, like there's the one Primal video where we're in like the same space and everything, which is pretty fun. That video was fun to record. For me individually, I think it's been really helpful. Having Amber around and everything. As far as actually like making videos goes, we've recorded a couple things together, but then it's like, I don't know, I feel bad saying it, but I feel like I get distracted from actually making content at sometimes, because it's like, well, I could be talking to my girlfriend right now.
Nah, I get it.
So, it's not your fault, Amber, it's mine.
It's not you, it's me, I swear.
It's not you, it's me.
Nah, but that's good.
Oh,
I mean,
God.
That's good. I'm happy for you guys. I'm pretty sure everybody that's watching right now is happy for you. That's a good thing. I mean, I think everybody deserves to have a good relationship, and I'm happy that you found one. You found a person that can connect with you and that you're happy with and stuff, and I'm glad it's worked out for you. Otherwise, I mean, you guys seem like pretty cool together. I mean, we did do the ISLA video together, and you guys seem fun together. She kind of messes with you.
Yeah,
and to be honest, that was funny to me.
Oh no, yeah, it's hilarious. It's just weird because it's like, it just kind of goes to show, like, just take the leap. Because if I had never decided, fuck it, I'm gonna upload a random SIL video one day, I never would have met Amber, which is really weird.
Just conveniently one video specifically made it
yeah,
she found you.
Yeah, one video that I decided to upload in January 2019 led to this point, and I just think that's neat, and also a little scary, but,
That's
kind
of crazy, actually, to think about, because it's just like, just that one thing. By the way, what video was it? Just, by the way.
First video ever is what I'm really getting at. Because, like, if I hadn't decided to start uploading.
Oh, okay. Okay, I thought you meant like a specific
not first video ever, but like first, because I had like 3 shitpost videos on my channel beforehand. I uploaded the ISLA recording test.
Oh.
Yeah, I literally just uploaded it to see if it worked, and then from now on out, I just started recording random ISLA videos.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like there was a specific video that she found you from, but that's kind of cool though to know that like it's weird that you just have, without, if you didn't start doing YouTube, like everything would have been different, because who knows how your guys' future could be. It could be great. It could be a very long and prosperous future. Not saying anything particular, but you know what I'm saying. Like, it could be, and it could have all been started by your love for dinosaurs and making.
Oh yeah, definitely. So. But good night, Delaney. Sorry, that was my sister.
Good night, Pesky sister.
But yeah, you were saying about like a specific video. Believe it or not, she actually found my channel from my Iggy's Egg Adventure series, which I don't even know if you know that I did that.
I do.
But I did, and that was like really early in. I literally just played that to get comfortable, and also because I like the game. But yeah,
that's the
that's
2D
how
side
she found my
channel,
channel,
video,
and then she actually subscribed. I think she said when the Anki thing happened, and then, well, eventually she messaged me, and well, the rest is history.
Well, that's good. I guess we'll see how well that progresses over time and stuff, and good luck to both of you on that. I mean, you know, that's good. So I'm happy for you, and Amber seems like a good person for the bits that I talked to her about. And by the way, I'll probably use her female versions of both of us as the thumbnail, probably. So, dude,
you gotta do that.
Yeah, I was already.
You have to do it. You have to do it. Get as many views as possible, dude. You can never go wrong if you slap some tits in the thumbnail.
Said from the man
it works
himself.
Every time. Every time.
Slap some tits in the thumbnail. Well, I haven't done anything with the image yet, and I was gonna show it off in a video, and I was like, this will be perfect because I already have enough people on like my Discord and stuff as it is, making like freaking there's like so many little. I don't know if you've seen all the images of like our dinos kissing, or like the car.
Oh yeah, the little
Yeah,
emojis. Yeah,
there's so many little Pesky and Dep love emojis. There's like probably like 20 or 30 of them now. Like, there's tons of them. They're all over the
30?
There's a lot of them. There's a lot.
I didn't know there were.
Probably not that much, but there is a lot. There's a lot more than just the one or two, but they're like all over the place, and they keep making more. There's probably like a new one made every week. Honestly.
Dear Lord.
Yeah. So. Or like a new one. What is the? I'll try to show it up here. It's like I took a picture of my foot, so they made it a freaking emoji, and they have like my feet on it. They flipped it to invert it, so it looks like I have 2 feet, and then they have a picture of you taking a selfie with your phone in between my feet. There's that one too. I'll post that here.
God.
Yeah. So
Jeez.
They made the peeping Tom Pesky and the kissing dinos, and made the baby Pesky. There's a lot. There's a lot of little jokes that they've made. They're evil. They're evil. I love you all, but you're evil. But yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot. So my community loves you. So I guess that's them showing their love.
Well, that's certainly flattering. I'm glad they don't hate me.
Yeah, but they enjoy all your pictures and stuff and whatever. But yeah, anyways, enough on that. That'll get you guys to laugh. I'll try to post some of those here. But all right. So enough on that. What games are you looking forward to most that are they could be dinosaur related, but they don't have to be? Any games in general, what are you looking forward to most?
Prehistoric Kingdom, when that's eventually like fleshed out and finished.
Yeah.
Lame answer, but I feel like that's really it.
Wait,
like, there's nothing. I feel like that's really it. Like, there's nothing else I'm really like super hyped for, unless there's something I'm forgetting.
What was the second game you said?
Nothing. There's nothing that I'm really hyped for. Yeah, literally just Prehistoric Kingdom for when that's like actually completed and stuff.
And that is slated to be released when?
I mean, the alpha's already out. I think that it's coming to early access in June.
Yeah, they say they just have on their thing planned release.
Or maybe it's Q3, and then that's like the beta. I think it's the beta that's coming out in June, and then early access is later in the year.
Oh, okay. So yeah, basically, okay. So it's kind of weird because they're going to be like basically like a direct competitor to the Jurassic World game. So
see, I would say that, but I don't think they'll really be competing too much. Jurassic World Evolution's already dead.
yeah,
I mean,
that's also kind of a scary thought for me too. At least looking at the. Because I mean, like realistically, I'm looking at it right now, and I'm just like, because I don't know enough about it, but I know that it's basically like another park building with dinosaurs type of game, and I'm just like, like, could it? I mean, obviously they have the standard of Jurassic World Evolution to like go off of. To,
dude,
like,
the standard of Jurassic World Evolution is very low.
Fair enough.
I don't know if you've played it, but it's,
yeah, I haven't.
yeah, it's just, I don't know. They dropped the ball with that game, but I don't feel like ranting about it right now. It brings me too much pain.
It brings you too much pain. Oh, they had so many opportunities. But yeah, no, fair enough. Like, I played it for a bit. I did get a little bored of it. I did make 1 or 2 videos for my channel where I was just kind of playing around, but it wasn't meant to be anything special. And I'm just like, for me personally, it was just like, it's too much grinding to make at least a video that I would want to make out of it. So I just kind of stopped it and pulled it off the roster for me, wanting to do it, because it was just, it's too grindy for that, and it's just like, it's something that I would play. If I'm going to play, I'm just going to be like silent and just want to play to myself. Like, basically, it's kind of how I look at it.
No, yeah, I agree. I get like so into it, like the little details and like trying to perfect everything. That just wouldn't make for a good, entertaining video. And I want to like, and that's kind of, ironically enough, that's what I kind of want to like try with Prehistoric Kingdom. Like, try to get myself comfortable with like a different style of content and like make it entertaining, despite me trying to micromanage everything. Like, maybe make it like a time lapse when nothing happens in the video or something, or maybe just cut it out entirely, or just get good and build nice things quicker. Yeah.
I mean, I'll be keeping my eye on it. I've been looking at it a little bit. I didn't want to get the beta yet, just because for me personally, I'm just like, if it turns out to be like just like Jurassic World Evolution, which I do see that they're kind of expanding a little bit more than Jurassic World was. They're going outside of the realm of just dinosaurs. They're looking at like basically all types of creatures from throughout history, and I'm just like, hey, that's cool. But yeah, if it turns out to be the same type of deal, then I'll be like, okay, well, I didn't, invest too much into it, but I am interested in the game, and when it comes out, I'll probably end up getting it. But what have you been playing most lately, even outside of YouTube?
Oh man, I'm not proud to admit it. Primal Carnage. Way too much. It's almost the game that I just go to when I'm incredibly bored. Like, when I don't have anything to do, I'm just like, okay, Primal Carnage, because I don't know what else to play, and it's not good.
I mean, to be fair, you are one of the main people that play Primal Carnage, that actually play it, not just for your channel.
One of? You mean the only?
Actually, well,
I mean,
that was me.
You could argue Gaming Beaver plays it, like, because when he makes a video on it, he actually like plays it. But even then, his videos on Primal now, he used to do them all the time years ago. But now when he makes a video, it's just, they're just so few and far between with his channel. Like, they don't pop up often at all. And I can't really blame him because of the way the game is.
Yeah.
But other than that, like, I mean, I guess it's neat that I can say, ooh, I actually play the games I record in my spare time, so that shows that I truly care. But, like, dude, I play it too much. It's not okay. I wish this was a joke.
It's a
I
bad
really
addiction.
do.
Pesky,
Dude,
you need help. You need help.
Someone send help, please.
Yeah. You're gonna be going to like a Primal Carnage like style AA meeting or something, and be like, "Hi everybody, I'm Pesky. I'm a addict. I play Primal Carnage too much. Hi, Pesky.
Okay, next question.
Right.
God, that took a dark turn.
Yeah, that took a dark turn. Are there any types of games that draw you in specifically, like genres? Like, basically kind of like your favorite genres. We are into the gaming questions.
God, my answers for all these are gonna be so lame. Like, I like fighting games, I like survival games, but like, I'm very choosy with it. I don't know, like, there aren't many games that I actually play. Like, The Isle, Primal Carnage, like, and then those are really like the main 2 games that I play, like, and actually kind of enjoy. Then Path of Titans is just like, whatever. Beast of Burrito, whatever. And then like in my own spare time, I'll play like Mario Kart or Super Smash Brothers or something else on the Wii or the Switch with my sister. I was a Nintendo kid. I still am a Nintendo kid.
I was too. I have my Switch sitting here, and to be honest, because of I play other games as, like, to be honest, like I play stuff for YouTube, I play stuff for the community and stuff, but then there's also some things where I'm just like, I'll just zone out and just play. Like currently, like I've been trying to catch up on some of the games that I've been playing, so like I've been playing through The Witcher 3 finally, so I've actually been playing that on my own time, and like, I don't know, certain games that, like, for me at least, there's like certain games that like are like very, like, games that have a really good storylines, if there are a storyline, or like something that it's like really deep that I can just kind of zone out and be like, I'm in that world. I kind of like, to an extent, at least for me.
Also, like, when I was younger, Pokemon was like, I mean, I still love Pokemon, but I don't really like play the games anymore because, like, I tried to play Sword when that came out, but I just got bored, and I was just like, yeah, I think I've had my fill of Pokemon, and I feel like that happens to everybody. Like, everybody remembers Pokemon fondly, I feel like, but everyone also has, like, a couple games they played in the franchise until they eventually outgrow it, because, like, once you've played one game, you've basically played them all.
Yeah, this, which I know, like, that comment right there, if somebody's a massive Pokemon fan, they're gonna freaking heavily disagree. They're probably gonna dislike the video, but like, Pesky, you're so wrong!
Good.
But
I don't care about the Pokemon fans.
Well,
it is one of the most toxic fan bases. Like, I love Pokemon to death, but dear lord, the fan base, cringe, get it away.
Well, like, I mean, I remember Pokemon fondly, obviously. I mean, like, I'm older than you, obviously, so I've been around I remember relatively the beginning of it, or at least. I did play the older ones and stuff. I played all the way through until, I don't know, I think at some point I stopped wanting to play. I played through the ones on the Advance, the original Game Boy, the Color, and then I stopped for years, and then I think I picked up Heart Gold and Soul Silver. I really liked those ones.
I played Soul Silver. That was the second one I played. The first one I played was Black version.
Ugh.
And then I played... What? Do you not like Black version?
Black and White were like, I don't know, those were like ones that like I just want to pull out of my brain.
Really? Yeah, those are like my favorite one. I mean,
really?
It probably has like the same reasoning as like why I didn't care for Sword and Shield, because I'm just like, okay, I'm through with it. Like, because I assume by the time Black and White came out, for you, it was like you played it a bunch already.
Yeah, it was like when they made Black and White, they were trying to do something new. I don't really know everything about everything, so I'm probably gonna have people try to correct things, but whatever. It was just so different, and on top of that, I felt like they got lazy with the creativity of the Pokemon. Come on, they had like trash bags and they had like teapots.
Do not start that argument.
That is an argument.
It was one Pokemon that was a trash bag. The rest were good.
Wasn't the evolution for it like a dumpster or something? I might be wrong.
It was a bigger trash bag.
Yeah, so there's two Pokemon that were trash bags.
It is the biggest, like, false, misdirectional argument ever. Just,
There's a trash
Gen 5
bag.
has a trash bag and an ice cream cone. Number one, the ice cream, like, okay, yeah, sure, you can make an argument that we have an ice cream cone. Number one, how do you not like the Vanillish Evolution line? Okay, I love those stupid ice cream cones. Number two, Gen 1 has a fucking Pokeball. You cannot tell me that having a trash bag and an ice cream cone as a Pokemon are so bad when Generation 1 has a literal Pokeball with eyes. You cannot make that argument.
No,
Meanwhile,
actually.
Gen 5 has Sandile. Gen 5 has Reshiram. Gen 5 has Oshawott. It has Superior. It has... what else does it have? It has Scolipede. It has Galvantula. It has Axew. It has so many good, cool Pokemon, and it's like,
I feel like I struck a
stop
chord here.
hating. You struck a fucking nerve, all right. I'll tell you that much.
I didn't know Pokemon was gonna be the thing that did it.
Dude, I'm very passionate against people that hate Gen 5, and it's nice because, like, as, like, my age range has gotten older, I've seen people looking back on Gen 5 more fondly. Because, like, I remember a couple years ago, it would just get constant hate from, like, the older fans, and it's like, yeah, shut up, it's my game.
I mean,
but now, as
fair,
like, my age group is getting older, it's nice, because it's like, everyone's, like, remembering it fondly, and I'm like, hell yeah, let's go. But I don't think anyone can dispute that, Soul Silver and Heart Gold were not the best Pokemon games. They were objectively the best Pokemon games.
Heart
they had
Gold and Soul
so
Silver.
much.
Oh, they were
yeah.
my favorite ones of like anything that was like after, like they honestly have like yeah they were remakes, but they were legitimately good remakes.
Oh no, they're like, no matter how much you like another game, like my favorite. Okay, let me put it to you this way: my favorite is Black version, but the best is Soul Silver and Heart Gold.
I can agree with that. Like I was very fond of like because actually the first one that I ever played was Yellow, the first one ever, like the original Yellow, and then I played Blue, and then I played Gold and Silver in that order basically, and like Gold and Silver were a substantial jump from Red and Blue and Yellow, which was basically based on the show. They just kind of formed it. But
yeah, I know about Yellow with like they have the Pikachu that you can't evolve or whatever.
Pretty much, yeah. It was basically you basically follow Ash's story, kind of.
Yeah.
It's but it's still in the same world and still kind of works the same way. But that was the first one that I ever played, and then like I played out of the newer ones, I played Y.
Oh, I played Y as well.
It was all right, but it was just like after a while I got bored with it, and then I tried Let's Go Eevee. I tried that recently. Like a couple years ago, I got it when the Switch came out, or when it came out on Switch. I tried that. I still haven't beaten it, but it was because it's a remake of Yellow, but then the different mechanics kind of made it like meh, whatever. But objectively, out of anything from like the DS up era, Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Honestly.
Yeah, it has, like, you have two entire regions. You can't argue against that. Plus the fact that it's like, it has like the 2D. I much prefer the 2D style of Pokemon, but like the sprites were just, they added more to it. I don't know. Like the 3D models are cool in the newer games, but I don't know, man. There was something about the sprites that really did it, and it was like the Gen 3 to 5, I think, was like the best for the sprites, because Gen 1 and 2, they don't really hold up.
Yeah.
Gen 5 had like the animated sprites, and then Gen 4 had like some really good looking ones, so it looked cool. But also,
think, like,
Heart Gold, Soul Silver, the way the Pokemon could follow you around, that was the best. I love that.
Oh yeah. And then they had that little, I think they had that little, I can't remember what it's called. It was like the little Pokeball thing that you actually transfer it to, and you can like carry it around in your pocket and stuff. And give it
Okay, you're not gonna believe this, but it's right here on my nightstand, the Pokewalker. I'm holding it right now. I've just had it sitting on my nightstand. The batteries are dead, but I remember, I think I put I forget how it worked. I think you pressed like a thing on the menu, and you would like transfer the Pokemon into it?
Yeah.
Or would it would it actually put the physical Pokemon into it?
Yeah.
Or would it like copy it and then you'd have to move it back into your game?
Oh no, like I remember I last time, because I did it for a little bit. I tried it out and stuff. I didn't use it that often, but I remember you transfer the Pokemon to it, and then like you had to transfer it back to the game, and then you like walk around and you like check it, and it would like, you know, it would be happy or whatever the hell. I can't remember, but like,
dude, I almost want to like restart Soul Silver just to put like a Totodile in there or something and just have it.
oh, like that thing would keep leveling. As far as I remember, it like you would gain experience over time, so it would actually level up in the damn Pokewalker and shit. So you could like leave it in there for like a year probably, and probably get it like, you know,
level 100 maxed out, then just return to the game and steamroll it with a level 100 Totodile.
Yeah.
Jesus.
But yeah, it was like you got less experience than you would just actively playing the game, but it was just like you could just put it in there, put it in your pocket, and just walk around with it. And I think every so often there was like, I think there might have been little games you could play with it on there and stuff. They tried to do something with it, but
yeah, I honestly don't remember. Dude, I need to hold on to this thing and make sure I don't lose it, because like I'm holding it right now and it's like they don't make these things anymore.
No, they don't. They definitely
they're just gone.
Yeah.
Pokewalkers. Like, it's cool to have like a relic of the past like this. I don't know.
Yeah, but I completely agree with you. Like I that was a very welcome thing, because there was the did you ever play Fire Red and Leaf Green? Those are the remakes of the original.
And they played did the same like deal. A little bit of Leaf Green and then I just stopped. That was it when I was kind of like in my phase of like I've played this a bunch already.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I actually really liked those ones too, because it was kind of the same type of deal as Heart Gold and Soul Silver. They were just like remakes that were just better. They just improved.
Yeah, objectively better.
Yeah, it was like better mechanics than the originals, all the more modern mechanics, and it was like just a better feel to it.
Yeah, it just looks better too.
Yeah, looks better, it felt better, and it was a smoother game than the originals, because the originals were a bit rough. They were objectively, they were great games and very, you know, influential to, you know, obviously they created a freaking empire now. Because a lot of people, I don't know, like besides like the major Pokemon fans don't realize that that Pokemon started with the games, not the show or none of that shit. It was blue and red, or in green if you were in Japan, but yeah. So, I don't know, very interesting, but yeah, we just went on a tangent about Pokemon.
That was a huge ass tangent.
Yeah. What are your top 10, if not top 5 games of all time? And of those, the top 2, what makes them great?
Oh no.
You don't have to say 10 if you don't want to. If you want to go with 5, sure. And then like of the top 2, what makes those great to you? Yeah, there's all these questions afterwards are going to be ones that you're going to want to just roll with, like a freaking tangent.
Yeah. I don't know if it's specifically my top 5, but I'm just gonna name like some games that I really enjoyed, and my reasoning for all of it is pretty much the same, and that would be like nostalgia and the good memories that came with it. Mario Kart Wii, New Super Mario Bros. Wii, Mario Galaxy. Yeah, I know a lot of Mario. What's another good one? I guess I don't want to say it, but I'm gonna have to say it. Primal Carnage, and anywhere between like 2015 and 2017 Isle. That would have to be my number one. Is the Isle from 2015 to 2017? Maybe throw in 2018.
Yeah, 2018 wasn't horrible either, but yeah. No, I agree with you. Earlier Isle was so much better, and the prospects of the game were very promising. But of those, the top 2 for you are Primal Carnage and the Isle? Is that what they were?
Okay, now, we don't have to necessarily stick with the top 2 here, because I feel like I talk about these, well, not feel like, I do talk about these so much.
Okay. I mean, you can talk about whichever ones you want, but like, yeah, like, I mean, I think since me and you are both like old school ISLA players, me and you both probably have a lot of the same points to say about the earlier ISLA as opposed to the newer ones, which there are some ISLA specific questions later on in this. So, okay, let's ask about the, you said Mario Kart Wii, and you said Super Smash Bros, I think, and...
Did I think I said Super Smash Bros? I think I said Mario Galaxy, but no, Super Smash Bros is in there.
Oh, okay.
It's absolutely in there.
Okay,
so we can talk about Super Smash Bros if we want.
Sure. What makes Super Smash Bros great? Even though I mean it's a timeless classic, and I do understand. But what makes it great to you?
Well, the first time I believe I ever played it, I think it was in 2nd grade, and I went over a friend's house, and I think it was the only time I ever went over to this particular friend's house. But I went over there, and he was like, "Yo, let's play a game," and I was like, "Sure, let's do it." So he pulled out the Wii, and he was like, "Oh, let's play Super Smash Bros." I was like, "But it's rated T, and I'm in 2nd grade. I can't play that." And he was like, "Don't worry, it's fine. The only bad thing in the game is that Wario farts or something."
Wario farts.
So we played the game, and I was like, "Yo, this is low-key kinda sick." And then, what's it called? I saw that they had a Pokemon Trainer as a playable character. This is Smash Bros.
Yeah.
Excuse you. This was Smash Bros. Brawl, by the way. I was like, yo, they have Pokemon Trainer? So, obviously, I was playing Charizard, like, the entire time. And he was picking a bunch of different characters, and I was just playing Charizard over and over and over. And then sometimes Ivysaur and Squirtle, but mostly Charizard. And then the game was just, like, it was cool, because it was like a crossover with a bunch of characters I knew, and combined with, like, characters that I had no clue who they even were. Like, I didn't know who Link was, even. I didn't know, like, Legend of Zelda or anything. I didn't know Star Fox or Metroid, or... I just knew Mario and Pokemon and, like, Donkey Kong. And, it was just cool to me. And then from there on out, I just got really into the game. And I still play it, like, a fair amount of the time with my sister and such. Like, we'll have 1v1s against each other. We're relatively evenly matched, which is, honestly fun, because it's no fun to win every time, and it's no fun to lose every time. So.
Wow, so you basically... because Super Smash Bros. I haven't... I actually very tempted to get the new one. I haven't even played the newer one yet.
It's so good. It really is.
I haven't gotten it yet, and I've always been tempted. I always, like, look at it, and I'm just like, and I'm just like... Because I always kind of justify how much time am I going to put into it. Because I feel like the difference, I think, between me and you, like, you are a much more competitive gamer than, like, I hate that word gamer. It's cringe.
Yeah, I hate it, too. It's so bad.
But you are, like, I don't know what other thing to call you, so, or myself or whatever, but yeah.
I'm a competitive gamer.
But yeah, like, you're a more competitive person than I am when it comes to games. Now I rephrase that. Gamer. You're a gamer. So cringe. Anyways, but yeah, like, I feel like you are than I am, because I've literally built my channel on being a horrible gamer, basically, and I just make fun of myself, and I basically own it. And, like, you have noticed, like, you're a lot more competitive, and I know, like, even when I played with you, like, Primal Carnage or whatever, it's like, you get into that when you, like, start winning and stuff, and it's like a, you know, it's like a thing for you, you know? So, like...
Yeah. Winning's fun, but then it's like, sometimes I almost, like, want to lose at things just to, like, get out of that competitive mindset, because it can get very toxic to myself at times, and I'm just like, and it's not even with just video games either, it's like, I don't know, I don't even know what I'm trying to say here. Like, I feel like I set expectations too high for myself sometimes, but then if I lower them, and I'm like, oh, come on, I shouldn't be lowering my expectations for myself. But we're talking about fucking video games. You should not be taking video games seriously, yet people do, and I feed into that sometimes, and I'm not proud of it at all. kids, don't take video games seriously. They're meant to be fun, not cringe and sweaty.
Not cringe and sweaty, like, hearing a 30-year-old man say gamer.
Okay, see, I excuse it when like an older person does it. Like, who am I kidding? No, I don't excuse it. I still want to die every time I hear it.
Honestly, it's the only reason I think it's kind of gotten to a point where like calling somebody a gamer is cringe is because we're at this like time in the world where like you can be a professional gamer and legitimately as a job. You can have people who make entire careers out of playing games online, i.e. cough cough YouTubers, cough cough streamers, But like, yeah, like we're at this time where like that could be your legit thing, but it's like you also have like a mix of like the people now because there are vastly more people that will sit here and waste their entire time just playing games, and it's just like, if you like to play games, turn it into something that you can be successful at. Like
exactly, and that kind of taps into what we were discussing earlier.
Yeah, like you want to play games, sure. Like if that's what you want to do, like find a way to be productive with it. You can develop games, you can play games, you can make skins for games.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what I'm like. I'm proud that I've done like something of that caliber with YouTube, and I'm trying to find that right balance between like staying humble and not sounding like I'm bragging, but like, cause I hate bragging so much, but it's like I'm just proud that I've like done that and been able to be productive, and even then I'm not as productive as I want to be.
Yeah, true.
I'm really not
being lazy lately too.
I've been super lazy lately with content, and I need to like push myself more with it, but I don't know. Once I get off for the semester, then I'm sure I'll be able to like keep up with it more.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, like you have other things that you're doing, which I will be getting into that here very shortly. But on the game subject, so I've noticed that because like me and you, I was a Nintendo gamer as well. Like the first console I ever got was an N64. I had a Game Boy Color, which I played the original Pokemon games on and stuff like that. I had Game Boy Advance's GameCube. I actually did not have a Wii.
Really?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, like, I skipped for a bit and kind of was exclusively doing like PC gaming for a good time, and then now I have a Switch, which basically because people, like. Basically, now I kind of use as my way of, I guess playing games on, like I played through like Breath of the Wild and stuff, and I'm playing Witcher 3 on my Switch, even though I have it on PC, but whatever. But like, I don't know, like I noticed that we have like differences with like stuff like that, because I was gonna say like when you were saying like you played Super Smash Bros. And you didn't even know who Link was, I was like, oh, it broke my heart. I was like, blasphemy. I was just like, oh my god, you've never played a Zelda game?
I've never played a Zelda game. To this day, actually, I've just never had an interest.
That actually gives me an idea, because I was going to say you wanted to do like playthroughs and stuff. I was like, oh my god, I would love to see like one day you like play like one of the more like iconic Zelda games or something like that, and just like for the first time all reactions and everything. That would be pretty awesome. Just a hint into awesome idea, since you've never played it before. I would be down to watch that. Leave down in the comments if you want to see stuff like that from Pesky. Cough, cough. But,
maybe one day when the channel's actually like bigger. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, like I would save stuff like that because it's like super impactful. Because like a lot of people like to see reactions from like big games to them, from like YouTubers or people that have never played them before, and gauge their actual reactions when things happen. Like I actually watched somebody recently play through Ocarina of Time and Breath of the Wild and stuff. Recently, like for the first time ever, and it was like super impressive for them. They never touched it in their life, and they played through it and they're like, oh my god, this is so good. Like they and that's just kind of how it was for me, because like I was one of the fortunate people that were like actually got to experience those when they were new, like especially like Ocarina of Time and stuff like that, super iconic games. And like it was like the standard of gaming, just like of games, just like went up. It was just like it shot to another level. There's a few games like that for me that were like that, but like I said, me and you had different game genres. Like a lot of the games that you mentioned, besides I think Mario Galaxy, I think was like the only one that wasn't a competitive game that you mentioned. So it's like I mean,
are we really gonna call Mario Kart competitive though? That's the real
to be
question.
fair, I mean,
there is a competitive scene in Mario Kart Wii though, so, and like I don't partake in it because I've never just bothered, because like there's a way you can still play online in Mario Kart Wii. I've just never bothered to try and set it up. Although I do like to watch like competitive Mario Kart Wii YouTube videos on occasion, because I just think it's like, I don't know, it's just fun to watch because it's like, it's the perfect blend of skill and bullshittery that's my style of game, honestly. Yeah. Like, a game that takes not so much skill, but knowledge of how the game works so you can cheese the fuck out of people.
Yeah.
Like, and that's what I feel like the Isle is, or at least was. It was like, if you knew what you were doing and you knew how the game worked back then, you could just fuck with people all day long. And it was the funniest thing ever.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like,
but,
I took the Isle back in the day, like, very, I took it more, I think I took it more serious, like, the way I think they intended you to play it. Like, I enjoyed the time back in the day about the Isle, which I don't want to go too far with the Isle at this moment.
Let's derail it right now, get back on track.
Alright, so, how was school for you since you recently graduated high school, and now that you're in college, and since most of our audience is still in school, what are some things you learned, wish you knew, and has your perception of anything changed from start to finish since you started college?
Oh, geez. Well, where do I start? I guess, as far as... Dude, I don't know. Like...
Yeah, I know, these are
whatever you're expecting, I guess, don't, like, if you have a certain expectation for school when you're, like, going to a new school, throw it out the window, because it's not going to be what you expect. It's going to be different, and you could either be disappointed or overjoyed. It doesn't really, like... There is no in-between. I don't even know if this is good life advice. Take everything I say with a grain of salt, because I don't even know if what I'm saying makes any sense. But, I mean, if I gotta be honest, I adjusted to it relatively quickly, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
And are you talking about college, or are you talking about...
College. I adjusted to being, like, away from home relatively well. Although, it does get kind of monotonous sometimes. I feel like it's kind of the same thing day in, day out. And I know that's, like, a lot of things. Like, it's just the same over and over. And it's like, you want to do something different. But, if I could give one piece... Okay, well, I mean, I always kind of knew it, but when we had that one conversation not too long ago between you and me, Dep, like that one private convo we had.
Yeah.
And Dep will back me up 100% on this. I haven't done it, but it's not exactly the smartest idea in the world. Whatever you do, if you go to college, do not take student loans, because holy crap.
Yes.
Your financial life is basically over once you do that.
Yeah, and actually, I'm kind of glad you brought that up, because I was like trying to avoid going too deep into these things, because like people don't come to us for serious stuff, but it's just like, I'm glad that somebody who recently started going to college basically within the last year has, like, you know, is saying that, because I experienced that. Like, I had college loans for years, and you're experiencing that. And well, actually, you don't have college loans, do you? You had paid, right? Yeah, but knowing how expensive it is, it's just like, you will be in debt to that for years and years. You'll never reap the benefits of your degree, especially if you get a crap degree. Oh my god. But which so many people do nowadays. Don't go for a crap degree. If you're going for a crap degree, which, I mean, you can I'm not going to specifically call any specific degrees out because...
Honestly, I was just about to call out some of the degrees, because I'm genuinely wondering what you would classify as a crap degree. Because, like, I know, what's it called? I was talking to I had a marine bio class in 12th grade, and my teacher brought up, if you want to go into marine biology, whatever you do not go for a marine biology degree. Go for a biology degree. Because if you go for a marine biology, then you're limited to marine biology and you're screwed. If you get biology, you can still just as easily go into marine biology, but if that doesn't work out, you can go to other things.
Actually, that's actually not bad advice, to be honest. Like, I was gonna say, like, most people suggest, like, if you're going to go to college for something, try to go for a STEM field. Yeah, it's science, technology, engineering, and math. That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, all of that is like a hard no for me.
And that's
like a hard ass no. I'm not good at the math.
Well, like, it doesn't necessarily have to be math, but like when you're intending on spending a lot of money to get college classes or whatever on, to get, a degree, you're going to pay for a degree for something to get certified and whatever to prove that you know how to do whatever. It's like, go for things that have use. And that's kind of like, those, obviously the STEM fields are basically your best bet because you're looking at the most useful degrees. A lot of people go for a lot of very useless degrees, and I think a lot of the social ones, I don't want to necessarily call something out specifically because I feel like I'm going to piss somebody off, but a lot of the social based degrees a lot of people get,
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like, they're very useless, and a lot of people don't realize that when they're doing it, and they think they're gonna get some great job or something outside of that, and then like they get done with their classes and something, and they get stuck in some $30,000 a year job, for a degree that costed them like over $100,000 to get, so now you're getting paid basically what you're getting paid what you could have been, like, within the time you got your degree, you could have got a job and been making more money than you're making right after you got your degree, and then you still have to pay all that back. And of course, at least in the US, college loans are not, you cannot get those forgiven or anything like that. You have to pay them back. So
yeah, disclaimer, all this college stuff that we're talking is relative to the United States. If you're in a different country watching this, then this may or may not apply to you. Obviously, like, I don't know how it works in other countries, so
yeah. So all of this is relative to the United States, since me and Pesky are both in the United States. But yeah, I mean, otherwise, otherwise it was just kind of asking what your own experiences are on that, and yeah, so if you have any like things that you wanted to say, any like things that changed how you look at things, or anything has going from like high school to college, has that changed your perception on anything? Or
well, I'll tell you what it has changed my perception on, or perspective on. It's that being home I appreciate it so much more. Because it's like, it feels like when you're away from home, you miss out on little things that, like, you didn't think you'd necessarily miss. And it's like you miss, like, being around just the area you live in, and you grow to appreciate it more, and you're like, damn, this is really nice. Or at least in my case, like, that might not be for everyone, because, like, everyone's story is different. Some people could have, like, the best neighborhood or the best family life that they could ever imagine. Others have the worst of that, and they want to get away, and it's different for everybody. But one thing that I've experienced is like a nostalgia for things that I kind of feel like I took for granted. Also, like, it's really weird, but I'm talking about how I like miss certain things at home, but I don't miss high school one bit. The only thing I miss from high school, now that I'm in college, is my sailing team. That's it, and I miss it like dreadfully. Like, I miss it a lot, but
I do remember you used to speak about that a lot.
Yeah, it just kind of sucks, because it's like my sailing team, for context, my high school had a like a sailing team. If you didn't know schools could have sailing teams, well, now you do. You learn something new every day. I didn't even know we had a sailing team until like my freshman year, which is when I joined it. But yeah, that was like the one thing that made high school like great for me. Otherwise, it was just like okay. It wasn't horrible, but it certainly wasn't amazing. It was just kind of... It just happened. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, that's probably... I mean, the way you look at it, that just... I mean, just means that probably the better parts of your life are here to come. Are to come. Not... You know, because some people get stuck in the past of things. Like, me personally, I had good and bad times in high school. But it's like... I don't know. Some of it's like nostalgic for me, but it's like it's in the past now. You know, you kind of have
yeah.
To
I try to like, cause like a lot of times I like find myself looking back like, oh man, that things were so much better. Why can't I just like go back? Everything sucks, you know. And it's like, I hate to go back to it. I do, but. I feel like the Isle's kind of a metaphor for it. Like, it used to be so good, and then all that goodness that it used to have is just gone. And the thing is, there's nothing you can do about it. So you just have to look for the future, hope it gets better, and if it doesn't get better, then you just have to take the memories you have and move on to something else. And that's just the way it works. And I'm not speaking just for the Isle here, but that's just like everything throughout life, and it sucks, but that's really what makes it like if something was eternal, then it wouldn't have value.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it have value if I don't know. I'm going too deep
if it
into
lasted
this.
if it lasted forever, then it wouldn't hold as much value as it would if it came and gone. It's basically like putting value on it. Like if something's rare, it's kind of like looking at money, for example. Like if what makes gold valuable, it's limited or whatever. What makes Bitcoin valuable is limited. What makes the dollar valuable? Well, nothing anymore because they print it like crazy.
True.
But it's just this. It's basically like that. So it's like, you know, certain things have value because they're limited. So you have a limited time in high school, value what you got out of it, but you know, remember it for what it was. But you know, life moves on. You know, eventually you'll be 40 before you know it, and you know, like, and you'll look back on it and be like, well, damn, you know, that went by quick. It just happens that way.
Yeah, scary thought.
Yeah, scary thought. Pesky will be 40 at some point in his life. But yeah, I don't know. You know, it's just kind of like how you look at it.
Dude, that's something that's like really weird to me to think about. Like, one day we're gonna have like a bunch of old people who are still doing YouTube. Like, we're gonna have like Granny making her like, you know, her Minecraft videos or whatever.
Granny making her Minecraft videos. That's kind
of dude, and then there's gonna be all like, what's it called? Like the younger generations, like, oh, look at all these old people playing Minecraft and playing the Isle and playing fucking Super Smash Bros.
Oh man, that just kind of reminds me of something, because like what happens to like social media once, like, you know, I think we had this talk a long time ago, which I don't want to go too deep into it, but like once like the older crowd latches onto it, it becomes uncool anymore. So what if that ends up happening to like YouTube? You know, like the older crowd latches onto YouTube, which I mean to an extent that they already have, but I mean I'm kind of glad YouTube is like the area for everybody. But
yeah, I mean, here's the thing: if the quote older crowd like takes YouTube and ruins it, I don't really have a problem with that, because we would be the older crowd. So
you're saying that we're gonna take YouTube and we're gonna ruin it? This is our space, the boomer space.
Yeah, screw the younger generations. They're all stupid. just take YouTube and make it ours. Why not?
Yes, we'll call it. Oh, sorry for the train, guys. Yep, there's a train.
Oh yeah, I heard it just now.
Yeah. Yeah.
There it goes.
There it goes.
That's crazy.
Okay. He's just going at it then. Okay. Yeah, he's just going at it.
Yo,
Holy
it's
shit,
Thomas
bro.
the Tank Engine.
Holy crap, is there a car on the freaking track, dude? Okay, I think he's done. Alright. Anyways, alright. That distracted me, but let's go on to a lighter subject. Movies and TV shows. Which ones are great and the most impactful? TV shows and movies.
I'm gonna be lame and say Jurassic Park. Also SpongeBob SquarePants. Love it. Absolutely love it. I know it's basic, but no, it's not really basic because everybody loves it, and it's like the most impactful show of like our generation. Rick and Morty is also good, despite the fan base. Dragon Ball Z, love it. My Hero Academia, very good. God, what's another show that I liked? If you couldn't already tell, I really like animation.
Fair enough.
Movies, I like, Star Wars is neat. I don't like crazy love it, but it's cool. I feel like Star Wars is pretty basic, to be honest.
I'm a big Star Wars fan, but like it's we've spoke before. It's like the newer stuff. Just the newest stuff, just,
cutting it off right there.
Yeah.
I don't have the brain power to talk about that right now.
That bad. That's how far we go. Yeah, hurts my brain.
Yeah.
About it too.
I like the Madagascar movies from DreamWorks. Just because they're stupid and they're funny and stupid, and they don't take a lot of brain power to enjoy. I like the legendary MonsterVerse movies like Godzilla, 2014, King of the Monsters, Godzilla vs. Kong, which I will not go into because, it's still a new movie, and spoilers, but, yeah, those are all pretty good. God, what else? There's another show, I know there's another show that I've watched, but I can't think of it. Oh God, I don't know. Well, another movie. It's called Your Name. It's an anime movie. Okay. I'm not gonna say anything about it, but please, if you're still listening to the video at this point, just look up Your Name and watch that movie, because
Not good.
God damn, it is. The animation is gorgeous. It tells a really good story, and I don't know, it just gave me like this. It was just like, it was one of those movies, and I've never like had a movie that I enjoyed so much, because it gets you so invested in the characters.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it just gives you like a weird feeling when you watch it, but in a good way.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say any more, but it's crazy because I was able to like relive the movie twice because I watched it one night. I don't remember when, it was a couple years ago.
I'll try to remember that. I'm gonna type that into Google and maybe I'll see it later. And you said
it's Your Name.
Okay. This came out in 2016.
Yep, that's it.
Okay, I will remember that and check that out on my free time. Because it sounds like you're giving a very stark, recommendation here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I've watched it for the first time in 2017, and then I forgot about it. And I forgot, like, a bunch of details of it, and then I rewatched it with, did I watch it? No, I've watched it 3 times total. I watched it once in, I think, 2017. Then once in I think it was late 2019, I watched it again. And I've forgotten so many details of the movie that I was able to, like, relive it again.
Yeah.
And I was so grateful for that. And then after I watched it a second time, I was like, okay, this thing's really damn good. Because it just got better on my second watch. So I was like, I said to my buddy Z, I was like, dude, you gotta watch this movie. So I streamed it for him, and he watched it, and he was all like, oh, I don't want to watch this. And then by the end, he was like, God damn, that was good. So I highly recommend Your Name if you have not seen it.
I will definitely check it out. Any particular place that it streams or anything that you know of?
Not that I know of. If I've got to be honest here, I pirated it.
Not recommending that to anybody.
Yeah, not recommending it. Do it at your own risk. But I'm trying to think, what site would it be? No, I'm not gonna recommend third-party sites. Just do the digging on your own at your own risk. Just
yeah, I mean it's easy to find. I mean, I just
or just buy the movie. I don't know.
Yeah.
Either way, find a way to watch Your Name, and don't spoil any scenes from the movie because it's just really good. I don't know. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right. Well, that was like, to be honest, I wasn't expecting like literally I've never heard of it before, and you're like, you were very passionate about it, so I'll definitely check it out.
Dude, I'm so glad I remembered it because I feel like I do it a lot. I know movies and shows that I really like, but then I just forget about them in the moment.
That's how I am right now. Like I'm trying to think of stuff right now that I'm like, that was super impactful for me. And there's tons of them, but I just like, you know.
Yeah. But that's my number one favorite movie of all time. Your Name. Also, completely different from it. Finding Nemo. Finding Nemo is a really good one.
It's a random out of nowhere, but yeah.
Very random out of nowhere. It's not particularly a favorite, but it's a fun movie. Night at the Museum. That was a good movie.
Yeah.
Oh God, I don't know. If I think of another one, I'll just bring it up out of nowhere. But for now, that's all I can really think of.
All right, fair enough. All right, so dinosaurs, the subject people know you from. Which ones are your favorites?
Okay, aside from Carnotaurus, which everybody knows is my favorite.
Yeah.
I like, in no particular order, mind you, Utaranus, Iguanodon, Ceratosaurus, Oviraptor, Deinonychus. I like the Oploceratops, Rugops. There's no dinosaurs I particularly hate either, because they're all just animals.
Yeah.
But like, I'm just listing favorites here. I think those are really the main ones. And I'm definitely missing one because I always miss a dinosaur that I like. But the main ones are Carnotaurus, Ceratosaurus, Utaranus. Oh, Suchomimus and Spinosaurus are favorites. Also Baryonyx, just by default, I guess. Although I like Suchomimus a lot more.
Yeah.
Just because he's bigger. I don't know.
For some reason, I like the berry more, but maybe that's just because I like those odd place dinosaurs, and maybe it's partially because of the Isle, because I also like the acro and shit. I've kind of come to like the acro a lot.
Oh yeah, acro. Acro is one of my favorite dinosaurs.
No.
I don't know any yeah. I don't know, but yeah, I don't know, man. There's a lot of dinosaurs I like. Mainly Carno, Sarah, Rugops, Utaranus, those things. I don't know. I said that 5 times already.
No.
But yeah, those are mainly the favorites.
And yeah, obviously Carno's your most favorite.
Carno's the number one.
And particular reason,
God, it's kind of dumb.
Digging in on you, aren't I?
I mean, I always liked Carno. From Disney's Dinosaur and stuff, both the movie and the Disney ride. So Carnotaurus was always a favorite, but for a while when I was a kid, I was generic little kid. T-Rex is my favorite, but then I went through kind of this crisis when I was 13 or 14, and I was my favorite dinosaur is T-Rex. I'm unoriginal, so it's so dumb. but you just have to bear with me here because this is the mind of a 13-year-old.
No, I get it.
I forcibly picked a new favorite dinosaur, and it just so happens to be Carno, because I liked playing Carno in the Isle. So I just kind of forced myself to, like, make my favorite dinosaur Carnotaurus. I mean, I always liked Carnotaurus, like I said, but he was never, like, my favorite. And then, like, yeah, I just kind of forced him to be my favorite. And then as time went on, he just genuinely grew on me. Stockholm Syndrome, I know. Crazy.
Yeah.
But, yeah, and he's just, well, here we are. Carnotaurus is unironically my favorite dinosaur instead of having myself force it to be.
Secretly, he loves the T-Rex.
No, dude. My like, I don't hate T-Rex as an animal. I just hate the way it's always represented.
Yeah, they make it like especially if you take like the Jurassic Park type of thing, they turn it into the hero. I mean, like, and to be fair, like I love the T-Rex. To be honest, I was the same way. After seeing Jurassic Park, you couldn't not love the T-Rex if you especially see it the first time. But
you can't hate T-Rex. Like, I don't hate T-Rex. I hate the way it's portrayed. Like, T-Rex needs to be like, I'm talking specifically for like Jurassic Park here, but also other media. He needs to be like, well, okay. Other media just needs to not do T-Rex, because, like, everyone does it, and it's not original. But Jurassic Park, they need to just go back to where the T-Rex is like Godzilla. Like,
yeah, where he was the bad guy.
He doesn't give a fuck. He's good when he feels like it, but he's also bad when he feels like it.
Yeah, I kind of like... Yeah, no, actually, I kind of agree with that, and that might...
I mean, granted, that should be, like, all the animals, but, like,
Yeah.
T-Rex especially, because it's, like, you know, it's the T-Rex, it's the big one. So it should be, like, you don't know what it's gonna do.
And I think they started doing that with, like, obviously they started that with the Jurassic World series, because after the original Park series, the T-Rex was kind of like that. It was the big bad monster. Same thing with the Raptors. Like, I mean, they did the same thing, the exact same thing with Blue, made Blue a hero.
Yeah.
Which kind of, like, idolized it and everything. It's just like, it's like, I don't know. I kind of like that in-between thing, like you were talking about. It's like, make it in between. The only scene, like in Jurassic World, for example, that did anything for the T-Rex was literally coming to save the day. They didn't do anything else with it.
Yeah.
You know, and I think they did the same thing, and they did the same thing in Fallen Kingdom. So
yeah,
you know.
the Fallen Kingdom one hurt.
Yeah, I know
that hurt, but I don't want to talk about that.
I don't want to talk about Carno getting killed by the Rex, but yeah, but you know what I'm saying. Like, it's basically
they bring in the dinosaur that was in the Lost World novel that fans had wanted for so damn long, specifically me, but also other people, and then they just screw it. But no, not only Carno got the shaft, Baryonyx got the shaft. His seam was lame and ruined by Franklin. Yeah. Allosaurus got the shaft. It got hit in the face with a rock.
Yeah.
And then it was in battle at Big Rock, except I didn't even like that short because the family was too annoying. And then we didn't even get to see a fight between the two dinosaurs.
Yeah.
We just followed a family that we didn't care about. And it was like, where's the battle in battle at Big Rock? So Allosaurus, in my opinion, got shafted.
Yeah.
Indoraptor got shafted, but I don't really care because that's a hybrid.
Yeah.
He can go creature. Screw off. Herbivores constantly get shafted, but that doesn't really hurt as much because it's like, it's nothing new. Like, I'd rather not see herbivores get shafted, but they always do, so it, like, you know, softens the impact.
Yeah,
but dude,
like...
Allo, Carno, and Barry got so screwed in Fallen Kingdom. It was actually disgusting. Like, this is the first time they've brought in new carnivores that aren't hybrids since Jurassic Park 3, and they didn't do anything with them.
Pretty much. They put them there to be killed. Pretty much.
It was just a holy trinity of disrespect right there.
Yeah, and like, even I think the original, because I mean, like, obviously the, like, Jurassic Park for me, like, I remember seeing it when I was like, I don't know, 3 or 4 or 5 years old, somewhere in between there, for like the first time, and it was like immediately like my favorite movie for like the next few years after, until I saw Star Wars, pretty much. And like it was the freaking like I was like amazed, and like it was like I don't know, it blew my mind, because it was just like, holy shit, you know. And they made because even in the original one, at least specifically the original one, they did try in the Lost World and Jurassic Park 3 too a little bit, but basically they made the herbivores and stuff they gave them a spotlight, you know, like, because obviously the first thing you see in like Jurassic Park, the original one, the first dinosaurs, the Brachii, and you know the whole jump thing and everything, and it was like, you know, obviously they did the sad part in Fallen Kingdom with the same Brachii scene, but in the fire and stuff, and you know, brought tears to people's eyes. But you know what I'm saying?
Sorry, go ahead.
But like, it was just like, you know, because they could get away with it in the first one with like, you know, they tried to give all the dinosaurs that they showed, you know, time in the light, and they kind of did that a little more with the Lost World, because actually my favorite one of the whole series is the Lost World, just to be honest.
No, you can definitely make that argument. I don't know whether my favorite's the first one of the Lost World. It's one of the two.
It's like the reason I do like the first one a lot, just because it was just like, it was, I don't know, like the only thing the pacing of the first one, it was very slow paced until the bad stuff started happening, which is fair enough. It was an entry to the series, and if you've seen it for the first time, never seen it in your life, it'll blow your mind. But like the Lost World, it was like more high paced and everything, and they tried to show more and stuff, and just cool stuff happened in the Lost World. But like, which is kind of weird, because the novel is nothing the same it has nothing to do with the movie. The book and the novel are nothing like. You mean Lost World?
Yeah,
the novel.
I read the Lost World novel. They're so like, they have some of the same very basic things, but they are nothing.
Yeah,
like
the plot is like, actually, because I think it's fair enough to give spoilers or whatever, because it's like, it's been out for freaking forever. But like,
yeah, skip ahead if you don't want to hear spoilers to the novel or anything.
Yeah, if you don't want to hear spoilers, here's your warning. But like, basically, like, yeah, like how the Lost World was basically supposed to be the end of the entire like park series, like it was, because the dinosaurs had like a virus or some shit, and they were dying, and they were trying to figure out what was going on, and they were coming to the mainland.
I remember not liking that part of the book.
Yeah, I didn't like it either.
It was like the red like, they never talked about the virus until like the final act of the book, and it made no sense. It was like, why is this important? You know,
pretty much. And it was just like, it was like it felt like a rushed way to end the whole story and everything. It was, I found it interesting and everything. It was fine, but it was just like, it felt a little rushed, and it felt like a way for them to just end it. And literally,
didn't they find like the virus like in a colony of like underground of like burrowing raptors or something?
Something like that. I can't remember specifically how they found the virus or where it started spreading, but I think it had to do with I remember they were finding like dead bodies of dinosaurs on the mainland, and like the governments of the world were like covering them up and like burning the bodies and shit. They found a that was in the beginning of the book. They found a Carnotaurus carcass. Well, I mean, they never said it was a Carnotaurus carcass, but once you get into the book, you find out it's implied. Which the Carnos are freaking cool in the original, like, in that series, you know, their whole freaking,
they were awesome. But no, the corpse was like, I remember they said it was like, it had like chameleon, like...
Yeah, chameleon skin. Yeah, that's what I was meaning about how cool they were, because they freaking can, you know... They were like chameleon skin and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. They can blend. Yeah, like
they found the corpse, and then they tested it, found out like the chameleon stuff, and then later on they run into the Carnos in the shed with that shed scene. Dude, I thought that I remember reading that. I thought it was so cool. Like, what's it called? During the day, like I remember this specifically. They described how like this specific area of the island, like raptors and T-Rexes would go like through there during the daytime. But then the moment it turned like night, the raptors would just not go in there. Even the T-Rexes would stay away, which I thought was really badass. But no, yeah, I think the scene was they were being chased by raptors on motorcycles, I think. And they go into, like, the Carnotaurus territory, not knowing it's the Carno territory, and the raptors all just stop.
Yeah. I don't think I don't even think the Carnos actually did anything, though. Like, if I remember correctly, they popped up and stuff, they were there, but, like, I don't remember, I don't even know if they killed anybody or anything.
They didn't get any kills. It was, I think his name was Dr. Thorne.
Yeah.
He went into one of the sheds, and the Carnos, like, it was either a shed or a garage, I don't remember. And there's a pair of Carnos that comes in, and they're, like, sneaking up on him. And he does, I don't think he knows they're there until, like, he knows they're there. Yeah. And then he uses, like, it's a really cool, like, descriptive scene. But he, like, uses, like, flashlights to, like, disorient them. Not disorient them, but, like, screw with their patterns so they can't ambush him. Yeah. And then eventually they're just like, yeah, screw this. And then they leave. But it's still a very well-written scene.
Yeah, like, one thing I will, like, say, like, because I know we're probably going to go on, we would continue on this tangent of the books or whatever, considering that you're another person that have read them, which I will highly recommend reading both of the original Jurassic Park books, because they are completely different. Like,
oh god, Dennis Nedry's death in
oh yeah
that's brutal.
Yeah, that, and what is his name, what's the why do I always forget the old dude's name?
Hammond.
Yeah, he ends up dying at the end of the original book to the Compies, which was where they put the scene into the second movie. But they it's like weird because they take the scenes from the book and they put them in the movie, but in a different order. Just like the Rex swim. Yeah. The Rex was actually swam at them in their boat, which the same scene was in Jurassic Park with the Spinos. That was them using that scene, but with the Spino, as opposed to the Rex. And there was trying to think about oh my god, the descriptive, like, how much more brutal, like, the books are legit horror books because they're like they're descriptive about when people get killed and stuff. Like, I remember there was a scene that, like, freaking, like, blew my mind. I was like, holy crap, that was like it was very descriptive and fucked up. Like, they were talking about you know how in Jurassic World they showed the scenes of the baby raptors. They had a scene, and I don't remember if it was the first or the second book, but there was a video, I don't know if it was videos or, no, it wasn't a video, it was, they had the baby raptor pen, and the adult raptors got into it, and they fucking slaughtered all of them. Like, they killed them. It was descriptive as fuck. Like, they went in there and they killed and ate all of them.
I think it was the first book.
It might have been, but yeah. I remember there was, like, scenes of stuff like that, because the raptors were just they weren't like, the raptors were not the same as they were in the movies. They were just monsters. They were just horrible freaking monsters that killed and ate everything that they got their hands on, including their own kind. I remember there was a scene of them, like, fighting over a dead body or something like that, and, like, one of them was injured. Like, one of the raptors, they, like hurt their leg during the fight of the animal or something. I can't remember. And, like, the other raptors, like, were like, well, he's hurt, so we're gonna eat him too. And it was like a scripted scene.
No, the raptors were in, like, the books. They were legit, like, they were as close to evil as you could get.
Oh yeah, they were absolutely evil.
They were, like, I know there's that whole thing where it's like, oh, they're just animals. They're not evil. They're just doing what they do. But no, the raptors in these books were genuinely evil.
Yeah,
like,
they were.
If you got to a part in the book where it, like, said, like, a raptor died or something, you did not feel bad. You were like, good riddance.
Yeah, because they were just they kill anything they got their hands on. They killed anything, like, including their own kind. Because I remember that scene, like, stood out to me. It was like they were literally, like, there was a description. It was very descriptive of them, like these cute. Because it was weird, because it was a cute scene of them, like, I remember it was a cute scene where this dude went into the pens and he was, like, petting them, and they were playing. They were like little puppies. The baby raptors, they were like little puppies. He was petting them, and they were all playing, and it was friendly. And then an adult raptor got in there and freaking slaughtered them and killed them all.
I don't remember that part, actually.
You don't remember that? Yeah, there was a scene where it was like, it was basically trying to be like talking about how the baby raptors were, like, cute and everything. Someone can quote me if they remember the scene specifically, but I remember it was like a cute scene, and then it was, I don't know if it was like, because I remember in Jurassic Park they had the alpha female one that killed all the others or whatever. I think it was that one that they were specifying got into the pen and it killed all the babies and ate them. And but yeah, it was like it was supposed to be like a oh, these things are cute and everything, and then yeah, it slaughtered them all, and it was just like very descriptive and bloody and nasty. And yeah, I was just like, wow.
I want to read the book again now.
Yeah, like read the book and like look for it. You'll know what I'm talking about when you find it. It's like supposed to be like it sounds very cute and everything, and they're talking about how cute and playful they were and stuff, and they're like, they were basically talking about them as if they were like little puppies or whatever, and then like one or two of the adult raptors got into the pen and killed and ate them. And like, yeah, it was, but basically the moral of the story is like, yeah, if you want a more brutal version of Jurassic Park, like the actual horror version, just read the books, honestly.
Dude, Alan Grant though, when he battles the raptors, that was something else. That was good.
Yeah, and I actually don't specifically remember too much about that, but I remember there was a big like battle scene with that. I'm trying to remember what else stood out to me on that, even though we went on a tangent about that, and I have a few more questions. But favorite animals in general. I don't know, give me a few.
I like dogs. I like killer whales. Elephants are pretty neat. Crocodiles and alligators. Lizards, any sort of reptile, really. What else is there? I like birds of prey. They're also pretty cool.
Yeah.
God, there's something else I'm missing. Egyptian hairless cats. I don't know. I just like them. Yeah. They're quirky. I don't know. Bingus, hell yeah. Yeah, I mean, it kind of comes back to the same principle of dinosaurs, as like there's none that I hate per se, except for insects. They can go fuck themselves. Even then, though, not all insects. Like
no,
the nice ones are cool, like bees, butterflies. They're cool. But like, if you're a spider, just stay the fuck away from me.
I'm like that, but for like yellow jackets. I hate yellow jackets.
They're worse than spiders, because at least with spiders, like, they just look creepy. Yellow jackets, no, they're just dicks.
Yeah, they're like in your face and they want whatever you have. They're like, oh, give me. What do you got? Like, yeah. I really, and then they'll sting you if you swat at them. So it's just like, you know what? Yeah, you were my face, bro. You were my face, not the other way around. But yeah, okay. Try not to dwell on that too much. So now for dino games, like since people know you best from that, which ones are your favorites and why, and any plans to cover any specific ones in the future?
I don't really have a favorite right now.
You don't have a favorite dino game right now? You're just
not really
mad for you right now.
Like I said, if I had to have like a favorite of all time, Old Isle.
Yeah.
But right now,
my favorite of all time as well, Old Isle.
I don't have a favorite. I all have mixed feelings at best about all of them.
Yeah. Since kind of me and you both were like kind of sons of the Isle, I guess, in a way, like what do you think they are doing, and what do you think they should, if any advice, if you could give them any advice if they were actually listening, and what issues do you think that they have?
The biggest issue is stalling and just showing, like, you know, okay, here's a cool screenshot, here's a cool piece of concept art, now everybody lose your shit like it's 2017. And it's like, that doesn't work anymore. It comes down to false promises and, like, putting people's expectations too high. And then there's also the flip side of that coin where it's like, people's expectations are so low at this point that a tiny update is like, I don't know, like the monsoon rains have come finally.
I was gonna say I kind of know what you mean, because it's like we've gotten so used to barely anything that when we do get anything, it's like a big deal, and it shouldn't be that way. But
yeah, it should not be that way at all. I mean, this game's been in the works for 5 years, going on 6, and I feel like they need to have a lot more developers, because what they're trying to set out to do is not working. Also, they need to stop with, like, not listening to community. I mean, okay, they listen, but I feel like they don't take what people have to say and implement it. Because, like, you see it with these new concepts that they unveil. It's like, they'll unveil a concept art for a dinosaur.
yeah,
And then within 5 minutes of it, the concept art will become like a joke. And everyone will hate it. And then people will be making model edits like 5 minutes after it's out that look objectively better than the official concept art. Like, people were doing that with the Alberto, specifically. That's the most recent one. And, well, to be fair, they did edit the Albertosaurus model, and it looks better now. Like, they reduced the fat in its neck, they made it have better posture, and in all honesty, with such a small edit they did to it, they made it look good, so I give it to them there. There, they listened to what people had to say, and they fixed it, and that's good. But then there's other things, like the new Anki model, how he has, like, the dip in his back. I don't think I've seen one person that likes the dip in the back. Like, Anki's not a rhino. It's supposed to be, like, an armored thing. Having a dip in its back just doesn't work for it.
yeah,
So, and, like, you know, virtually everyone that I've seen, anyway, wants the dip changed, but they just haven't done that. And then the Austro concept, it tries too hard to be different. And I'm just not a fan, personally. And
I'm actually
that's
happy
another
that they kept
example where there were a bunch of model or concept art edits after that thing came out that all looked better.
Yeah. I mean, I'm actually kind of happy that they've kept some of these creatures that they were planning on originally getting rid of. Like, I remember there was talks about getting rid of the Anki at some point, also the Ostro. So I'm happy
it's good to see that they're
back.
keeping them, though.
Yeah, like, I don't want them to get rid of any creatures. I want them to keep all the same creatures that they had and just add to it, add to the roster, add more.
Yeah.
I'm a person who just, I want to see, like, I want to see the, like, I know this sounds like I'm glamorizing it or something, but, like, I want to see that image of, like, a dinosaur game with so much variety that, like, it feels, I want that dinosaur game, that dinosaur survival game that I was originally hoping the Isle would be, but it's been so long that I'm just like, it's like, my expectations have just kind of gone down, which kind of...
Yeah, it's sad. It really is, but...
Yeah, and, like, me and you both remember the old Isle, and there was like a I don't know, like, there was something about it that was fun and fresh and new, and it felt like things were happening, and it was like, it was cool, you know?
Yeah, and it's good that you mentioned that, actually, because you're a fair bit older than me, and it's like, it's good to know that, like, it wasn't just me being a child. There were, like, the fact that it spanned across different age ranges and everyone agrees that the old game was so good.
Yeah, it was legitimately better, and they've tried to restart or remake the game at least 3 different times that I'm aware of. They've already.
I believe it's been like
probably more than that, but
2 major times, I believe.
Yeah, 2 major times. But I remember 3 times. There was the original time where the game was like when it first kind of came out, and it was like,
oh yeah, from sandbox to progression. Yeah, I guess if you want to count that.
Yeah, and then there was the
progression to survival.
Yeah, there was progression to survival where there was like I just call those the Region 2 days because everybody just played on Region 2 at that time. But then there's like,
and then there's survival to recode.
Pretty much, yeah. So I guess that is technically 3, but yeah, like, I don't know, like, there was it feels like they're just trying to remake the same game over and over again. It's just like they've lost their way. At least that's the way I feel about it. And it's like I'm not going to like, you know, say, because I don't really know where the problems are, but I'm just like, I'm a passionate fan of the game itself. It has brought me to where I am today, at least on YouTube. Same with yourself. And it's just like, you know, we want this to be good. We want this to happen, you know. And now they have true competitors that have come in. They didn't have those before, but now they do, you know. And basically, I feel like they've lost the benefits and the edge that they had over the market, to where like now you have people wanting to play more Path of Titans than you do the Isle. It wasn't like that when Path of Titans was first like announced to be a thing, you know.
No, Path of Titans was a joke when it was first announced.
Yeah, and now it's a legitimate competitor, you know. And oh, you're glitching out right now.
It's an actual joke. Yeah.
Okay, you're good.
I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, yeah. That did I cut out for you? Because you cut out for me.
Yeah, I cut out for you.
Oh, that was weird. But no, like I was saying, Path of Titans was it was a joke when it first came out, and the fact that it's actually like gained momentum is, number one, scary, and number two, the Isle's fault. True. And it's like, at this point, it's like, if Path of Titans ends up being like the game that succeeds, like, fine, you know. I don't want to like at that point, they earned it, you know. Yeah,
I mean, to be fair, like, I mean, that's kind of the way I look at it too. It's just like, if, you know, Path of Titans ends up being the game that ends up making the, you know, decent, because to be fair, like, they have made more substantial progress than like the Isle has, in my own opinion, you know.
I feel that's definitely very debatable, but we can get into that another time. All I know is that Beast of Bermuda never had a chance,
and I've heard enough on that. It's weird because I haven't even played it, and just because of,
don't waste your time.
Don't waste my time. Okay.
Don't waste your time at all. It's the most toxic environment you will ever have the displeasure of interacting with.
Okay. Fair enough. I mean, like, I haven't tried it out. Like, I mean, I've been tempted to, because I feel like it's like my obligation to. So I mean, might, but
I guess you could for the content. It could make a funny video, but don't unironically play it.
Don't take it seriously.
Do not take it seriously. It's hell. It's hell on earth.
And what about Avrima?
What about Avrima? There's nothing to talk about.
Awkward silence, yeah. You know, like, anything specifically to say about Avrima? Because we haven't even mentioned Avrima. It's kind of weird. We've only spoken about Old Isle, which, I mean...
And yeah, dude, that's a symptom of there's nothing to talk about. But if I'm obligated to talk about it, the only reason I'm still kind of interested is because they have Carno right now. I think the way they had a step in the right direction with like keeping Apexes out of the game for now, but they're also not thinking out their roster at all. Like, at all. Like, they had something when they added Utah and Tenanto together.
Yeah.
But then they add Carno and Hipsy and Stego. Those dinosaurs don't correlate to anything. Carno's like a speed demon and also the biggest carnivore in the game, so naturally he's gonna steamroll everything. Hipsy is just a throwaway dinosaur, and Stego can't be touched by anything.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like,
and then we're adding Deinosuchus and Pteranodon, so Carno's still gonna be the biggest land predator.
Yeah.
Pteranodon's gonna fly in the sky and do nothing. Deinosuchus is gonna be murdering everything with Carno, and depending on circumstances, Carno's gonna probably be murdering young Deinosuchus that are out of the water, and possibly even big Deinosuchus that are out of the water, because, you know, Deinosuchus seems really bad on land, as he should be. And then, you know, Deinosuchus are gonna murder the Carnos and everything else when they go to drink.
Pretty much, yeah.
the ecosystem's already set up for failure. And then after that, we're getting update 4, which contains Packy and only Packy. So that's not going to help the ecosystem anymore.
Yeah, where does that place? That's because that's kind of one of those things I kind of think about. It's like, where does that place? Like, I want all of these dinosaurs and all these creatures to be here, but it's just like, it's like it's not going to be a balanced ecosystem, kind of like what you're saying. Yeah,
not at all. The closest we're going to get to some sort of balance is when, I hate to say it, but when Ceratosaurus and fucking Megarosaurus get added.
True, because you'll have a competitor.
Maggie will finally be like an herbivore that, well, no, he's probably going to be bad, let's face it. He's like the joke character. But like at least Carno will have like a competitor in Cerato.
That's kind of what that was basically
a direct competitor.
Yeah, like
not like Deinosuchus where they're both carnivores, but
yeah. Like, they're both going to have problems with Deinosuchus with the water, and they'll probably be hunting them when they're small, but, like...
Dude, Deinosuchus is going to throw off the game so much.
It will. It'll be like it's like a halfway Apex, because it's like... It's going to be like a Rex that only hangs out in the water.
Yeah, and it's like... You're going to go to drink, and you're just going to get jumped, and you're going to be like, fuck this, and people are going to get off the game and not want to play.
Yeah, I mean, I want it there, but like, not right now.
No, not right now at all.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm gonna check it out. I know you're gonna check it out too, because it's like, why not?
You know, the content.
Yeah, the content, and I'm just generally curious, but it's just like it's the same thing. Like last time I played of Reem, I was just like, it's not fun enough. It's not fun for me. And I'm pretty sure you probably feel the same way. It's like, I don't know. I don't really have very many positive things to say. I like some of the things that they're doing, and I like that, you know, it sounds like they're like, holy shit, we need to finally complete this game, but they're starting it fresh. You know, they were starting it fresh, and now it's been over a year since Abrima came out.
Almost, yeah.
Has it been actually broken a year? I think it was March.
It's gonna break a year in June, which is
okay.
It's deeply concerning that they've only had 2 major updates in an entire year. Deeply, deeply concerning.
Yeah, and they've had plenty of drama and stuff that has gone on since, you know, there's been plenty of drama in between that has caused a lot of problems and stuff. And I don't know, like, I'm concerned about the future for it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Who is your role model? Why? And if you had a chance to speak to them directly, what would you say theoretically if they could hear you?
Gaming Beaver, because I watched his videos and made me want to make videos. And if I could speak to him directly, I'd say, yo, you're the reason my channel exists. Let's collab so I can get some subscribers from you.
Hear that, Gaming Beaver? Cough, cough. Give him a collab. Me too. Cough, 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 cough. Anyways. But yeah, like, no, I like Gaming Beaver. You know, I will have to admit, very original. He always has a bubbly personality. I don't know how he maintains it, to be honest.
God knows I can't.
I mean, to be fair, same thing here. Like, I'll do a video, and after about an hour or two, I'm just like, and I'm just like, I mean, he probably doesn't even record that much when he's doing it. I don't know, but he might be able to just like shoot it out real hard like that. But I don't know. As awkward as that sounded, but yeah, I don't know. Okay, all right, fair enough. Now for like all the smaller aspiring content creators, knowing that this is essentially a dream job for a lot of them. Any advice that you think you could pass on, or things that you've learned along the way? For like all the aspiring content creators.
I'd say the biggest thing you need is, for me personally, I think it would be self-awareness. Self-awareness is very important, because it's like you see like smaller channels and you watch it, and it's like, oh my god, that's cringe. Why did they think this was okay to upload?
Yeah.
And it's like, you have to know yourself, and you have to take a good, objective look at yourself in the mirror.
Yeah.
Like, both metaphorically and literally, because you're presenting yourself to the world, and one wrong move could, even if your channel is only like 200 subscribers, if someone in your personal life sees it, and I know nobody likes to think about it, everyone likes to think about, like, just be yourself, but it's the truth. If someone in your personal life finds this, like, a small YouTube channel of, like, a friend, like, I worded that wrong. If someone within your personal life finds your small YouTube channel, and they see it, and it's really, I don't know another word other than cringe, but I'll use the word cringe, and it's really cringe, then that can, because you just look like a goof at that point. So, self-awareness is very important. You have to make sure that you're ready to dive in. And, like, I guess that's the wrong way of saying it, because you'll never really be ready to start doing, like, commentary or anything.
You'll never be ready.
You're never really ready, and you'll always look back on your old videos and say, wow, that was gross. But, you have to be satisfied with your work at the time. You can't, just don't throw something out and be like, this is good enough, or don't feel uncomfortable with something and upload it. Only upload it if you're feeling comfortable with it. Because if you're not feeling comfortable with it, then people are gonna catch on, and stuff like that.
And you'll get, lose motivation, I guess, because of the hate or so on and so forth.
Also, like, about, like, the, like, more into the self-awareness thing, you have to have, like, your own style, and don't try to do a funny thing just because you've seen other people do it.
Be yourself.
And I know that's a very weird wording of it, but, like, I'm just gonna use an example. Like, I've seen smaller channels, not, like, not specifically in, like, dinosaur genre, but, well, I have seen some, but, like, just other channels in general that, like, smaller ones, that will add in, like, a specific, like, sound effect, or will try to make a certain joke, and it just won't have the right timing, or it won't have the right, it just won't, the joke won't feel right, and it just doesn't hit home, and it ends up just being really cringeworthy. I know this is very, like, a very odd perspective to look at it from, but, and I've mentioned that I've had this discussion with Amber, and I'm gonna say the same exact thing I've said before, and I'm gonna go back to Gaming Beaver as well. Gaming Beaver, one of the things he does is, like, he makes weird, goofy noises in his videos, like, with his own voice. And for whatever reason, when he does it, it works. Because that just, it fits his personality. It fits his voice, it fits his charisma, and something like that works for him. But if I were to, like, go on YouTube and start making a bunch of weird noises and do weird voices, and, like, I do, like, weird voices when I'm, like, mocking something, but
I do a lot
if
of
I'm, like,
myself,
trying to be, like, oh, haha, goofy, then, you know, like, me making weird sounds and stuff just wouldn't work for me. That's not my style, and if I did it, it would be cringeworthy. And I feel like that's the thing that I feel like a lot of people miss. If you're trying to be funny, don't add in, like, the sad piano sound effect or whatever, or don't make the funny sound that every other YouTuber uses. I don't know.
To be honest, I do.
Best way I can describe it.
I actually do some of this. Like, I'm a little bit guilty with some of this, but I try to make it work, to be fair. Like, I look at my things over and over again when I'm doing certain things, and I also have, at least from my own perspective, I've tried to, because you're speaking to me too, as well as on this. It's like, I try to not overdo it, I guess. Like,
I get what you mean.
Like
find your own style would be my advice. Don't try to emulate someone else. And you do that by just doing what you do and talk how you normally talk in real life. Like, pretend like you're... This is kind of what I did in my older videos, and I still do it to this day. But it's just, think about just something in your life that's like bothering you or that you just want to talk about, and just vent about it. And just vent. And just talk to the camera and just say, screw it, I'll upload this. As long as it's like well thought out and constructed, then people are gonna think it's interesting because they're seeing the perspective of the world from somebody else. Yeah. And it lets you get to know somebody and it builds a connection. And it's also very therapeutic because it lets you like just vent out loud, and then you go back and watch it as you're editing, and it lets you think about your own personal problems. And it's like, wow, it gives you like a better understanding of yourself in a way. So that would be my advice, I guess. I know it was a lot, but
to be honest, that wasn't bad. I mean, like, that kind of got me a little perspective on how you see things and stuff. So I appreciate that, and I hope everybody else does as well. I mean,
dude, I hope so too. I poured my heart into that just now, and also my throat. Mainly my throat.
Well, I mean,
God.
For me, like I've spoken. I try to speak to a lot of people. I've talked with many other like smaller content creators and stuff, and like sometimes they'll talk about things, they'll get hung up on a lot of times they'll get hung up on the views or the sub count or
I'm guilty of that easily.
Well, like, to be honest, fair enough. I mean, I've done that as well. Like, on a daily basis, I will check my sub count or something. I'll look at it and be like, I got a couple more subs today or whatever, and like, it's like, but people get hung up on this instead of like looking at like what's important. Like, to be fair, like in my own opinion, like I think the most important part is to just do the content. So like, when people are like, oh, I want to do YouTube, like I've heard that so many times, I want to do YouTube or whatever, but I don't really know what to get started with. Just get started.
You want to, just start it. And then it comes down to the thing where it's like, you want to do YouTube, but do you really want to do it?
Yes. It is a job in itself, and I'm not going to deny that.
You pour in hours, and honestly, at the stage I'm at even, it's not worth the pay.
No, it's not. It is not worth the pay. Actually,
at least,
if you're going for the money portion of it.
Yeah, if you're going for the money portion of it, you're going in for the wrong reason. Like, if you get to that point where it's like you're big enough to make a lot of money off of it, then great. But that obviously means that either you just got super lucky, or you did something that worked and that you put passion into, because it's a very passion-driven thing.
Yeah.
And
absolutely,
you're gonna hate your life. Not your life, but you're gonna hate doing YouTube if you like don't find the joy in like creating content. Like, if you're going in for like specifically fame and or money, unless you're willing to take the proper steps to get to it, you're not gonna enjoy it, and YouTube isn't for you. Like, you have to enjoy the journey.
Yeah, to be honest, I think a lot of problem with a lot of people that try to do this is I mean, a lot of people won't admit it, but you can see it on how they talk about it and stuff and what they're doing. It's like, it's either the fame or it's the money or both or whatever. And it's just like, it's not glamorous, honestly. Like, you can get it to glamorous, but it's not, it's hard work. And like you were saying, if you're not passionate about what you're doing, if you don't really enjoy what you're doing, like for me, honestly, the most enjoyable part is the community part, to be honest. I've gained more friends and stuff like that, and that's kind of what kept me going, to be honest, because obviously the money is not the biggest thing, and the fame, to be honest, it's nice to have people that come up and say, like, you know, every so often when you're in a server, like, and they like mention you, or like, hey, oh my god, what's their names here, or, you know, it's like, it feels good to be recognized for something, but it's like,
oh sure, it's validating. Yeah. I mean, it sounds scummy, but like I feel like everyone kind of feels that way. Yeah,
and it feels good, but it's like at the same time, it's just like, you know, you're putting years and time into this. I mean, you've been doing this for how many years have you been on YouTube? I mean, I think you've been on YouTube. You've been on YouTube longer than me.
I mean, but if we want to be technical, ever since January of 2019. So 2 years, but if we want to actually say like commentary, that was September of 2019. So,
okay, so actually
it depends. There were kind of like two eras. Like if we want to talk commentary, then it's been like a year and a third.
Oh, it's just
I guess.
In general,
and then like in general, yeah, a little over 2 years.
Oh, okay, so yeah, about the same for me. And I guess like a lot of people don't put that into perspective. Like you were at the point where you were at 0. I was at the point where I was at 0. Everybody had that point. And like you were just kind of doing it just to do it. And like you have to find, I guess, your purpose, I guess, to why you want to do this and what feels that, what, like, you know, whatever you enjoy from doing this, because like I don't know, like it's hard for me to say the same things to like everybody, but like when people ask, I'm always like giving them kind of the same generic advice, and I feel bad about it, but it's like it's legitimately the right thing to do. Like if you don't know where to get started, find something you like or you know about or whatever and just start it. If you know, and correct yourself and improve on the formula that you start with. You know, find somewhat of a formula to get started with. If you can only just upload gameplay and that's it, okay, start with that, and then, you know, add from there. You know, start talking in your videos, start you know, maybe like do a little creative intro, and then maybe work on thumbnails or whatever the hell, you know, just work on something over time, and eventually a year or two down the road you'll be like, wow, my quality has gone up, and now you got, you know, all these people starting out wondering how the hell you got there. And it's just like, everybody started. Like, go back to look at your, you know, favorite YouTubers when they first started. Their videos were probably crap too, you know. Any regrets? That's the question. Yeah, that's just any regrets, period.
Well, with YouTube or just
anything?
Anything. Oh, jeez. See, it's like
that you're willing to speak on.
It's like I want to say yes with some things, but then I look back and I'm like, but if I didn't do that, or if that didn't happen, then I wouldn't be here.
That's always the conclusion that I get to as well.
So, I guess no, I don't really have any regrets. It's like there's a difference between things I wish I did differently and regrets.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like there's very few things that I genuinely regret, and I cannot think of one off the top of my head.
That's kind of how I feel about it too, because at that point it's just like
it becomes an existential question.
Yeah, it's like you don't know the outcome if you would have done it differently, if you would have actually preferred that outcome. Yeah,
it's like hell, like a different outcome could have led to your early death. Who the hell knows?
Pretty much, like, you know, if you didn't make that video that one day, maybe you would have walked outside, got hit by a bus. Who knows? You know?
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, so I don't know. All right, fair enough. And
butterfly effect.
Yeah, basically. But any this is your time to give yourself your shout outs and stuff, if where people can find you, you know, all your like
social media and
yeah,
stuff.
pretty much. Like,
well, I'm obviously on YouTube. Hi, I'm Pesky. Go subscribe. If you don't know who I am at this point, who the hell are you? Maybe you just skipped to the end of the video and you just happen to be here. If that happened, comment it, please, because that would be hilarious. Yeah, I have a Twitter, at the One True Pesky. I also have an Instagram that I haven't posted shit on yet. It's also the One True Pesky. And, yeah, that's all I really have to plug. Love y'all.
Alright, well, if you guys enjoyed this type of content, this turned out to be a lot longer than I was expecting. I was expecting an hour. It looks like we're probably on like 3, who knows.
3?
Probably.
Oh my god.
If you guys have not subscribed to Pesky, please go do it. If you're from my community, if you're from Pesky's community, welcome. I'm Depleon.
Subscribe to Dep.
Yeah. And, but yeah, I've been trying to do some sort of content like this for a while where I just kind of speak to people that I'm cool with and everything. And me and Pesky have been talking for well over a year and a half now as, you know, friends. We DM each other all the time. We voice chat with each other all the time. We've done a few collabs and such. But, if you guys want to see more stuff like this, please let me know down in the description. If you guys want to talk about this type of stuff, anything we talked about, please put down in the comments and stuff. Links to Pesky and his social media and stuff will be in the description of this video, so please go check that out. Otherwise, if you guys like the type of content, please leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out my Discord. Pesky will probably have another Discord at some point set up, hint hint.
Soon, TM.
Yeah.
Very emphasis on the TM.
Yeah. And otherwise, check out my Instagram and, you know, check out my events and stuff. We do give out real prizes on my Discord and my ISLA server. And I will see you guys in the next video.
See ya.